Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another stream, ladies and gentlemen. We are here. It's A-Listers, episode 102, Habibis. We've got a lot to unpack. We've got a lot to discuss. We've got a lot to address, my incredible, amazing people. And we're here. You get me? As you guys have already heard by me, by Mo, by everyone, YouTube is messing up the numbers a little bit for the people. Ain't really pushing the videos like they used to do. So what we need from you is to hit the like button. Every like counts. So the more you like the video, the more you subscribe, the more you share the video, the more, you get me, we get more and more people watching the stream. So this is going to be a good one. We've got a lot to unpack. Chelsea bottle it in the last second against Brentford. Manchester City slap Manchester United. Liverpool and Arsenal W's. The Thomas Frank engine is headed in the right direction. So like, share, comment, subscribe. I just want to say something to the mods as well. I said it in the group chat, but just in case one of you guys didn't hear it or something, just happened on Jamie Phillips's chats, Jamie Phillips football chats. There's a lot of weirdos right now in the chat who come here, start spamming stuff, and spamming horrendous things, about kids, about the death, about blah blah blah, things that are not subjects to be joking about. So just be ready with the ban button. So if anyone says anything completely disrespectful or ignorant or racist or mocks dead people, one person was mocking the 97 people who died in the Hillsborough disaster as well. So be ready, guys. Anyone who shows disrespect, immediate ban. And yeah, that's the thing. And if you banned someone by mistake, this is all you need to do. Let me teach you guys a technique. So if you ban someone by mistake, all you have to do is time them out for 10 seconds and they'll be back, or you can just unban them in the same chat. You get me? So you don't message me. So let me look at this guy because I trust this guy. Where's Kosovo Ballers? Can you write a comment, please? Oh yeah. People have been from the morning. There's a lot of streams where people are taking the piss. Kosovo Ballers, write a comment, please. Anyway, joining me first and foremost. Okay, Kosovo Ballers, I will make you mod. Here you go. Yalla, welcome to the group, Kosovo Ballers. You take the piss with the moderator button. I'm gonna unmod you. You get me? Yes, when you ban someone, it gives you immediately unban, undo the mistake that you made. You get me? So yeah. Anyway, joining me first and foremost, he won as well this week with me. You get me? How you doing, Dio?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Thank God we won. Because you guys will not let me rest if we had not won. If we had gone and drawn that game, we will not hear the last of it. Even after winning, we didn't hear the last of it. But yeah, man, good to have. Thanks for having me again today. It's going to be an interesting stream. I have a lot to say about your team. A lot when we get to the Liverpool section.
We might gonna have to start with the Liverpool section because there's no one here. Oh, look who just turned up. Yay.
Where are they?
Yay, someone just turned up. Vamos. How you doing, Jay?
I'm good. I feel like it's a little cold. It's a little cold. I was eating noodles. I don't like to eat on the stream, you see.
Bro, we let you eat on the stream. It's okay. We ain't North Korea. Eat.
I got my noodles here, guys.
Just eat on stream. Ain't nobody stopping you.
Exactly. I'm feeling good about life. I don't know what I've just done with my fork, but yeah, let's go. Yeah. How is everything? How's it going? Good weekend for you? Nearly a terrible weekend.
Hey, as long as you direct your anger at the right people, I ain't gonna say nothing. You get me? Direct your anger at the Burnley defender, not at us. You get me?
That was very stupid. And the thing is didn't Burnley give away a similar penalty against United?
Yeah. And actually, you want to know something? Because Flawless is just trying to fix his connection. I think he's back now. Hi, Flawless. Everything good?
Yeah, can you hear me and see me okay, yeah?
Yes,
Yeah,
HD.
Alright,
Yes,
cool.
we can,
My
Flawless.
my connection was moving mad, so I had to restart.
Flawless, by the way, just a bit of advice. Mo does this. If StreamYard is bugging, use a different browser, like go from Chrome to Firefox
Yeah.
or something, and it will work. But now that is good, khalas, it's good. But like on your own stream, if there is a problem, download
Try and
Firefox on the side and use Firefox or something else.
I tried the Microsoft thing, but yeah, it didn't work. But yeah, man's blessed. Big up for having me. Appreciate it. You know what I'm saying?
Big up.
Jay, big up Daryl as well, man. Shout out the chat, all that good stuff.
What's up?
Big up to you, man. Big up to you, Flawless. Vater should be joining us literally in any second now. Lewis is on his way as well. So everyone's coming, guys. Just bear with us. And like I said, look, right now, YouTube, and I know Flawless will know exactly what I'm saying because he runs his channel. YouTube is being very weird with the numbers, chat. You get me? So I'm gonna need you guys' help. Please hit the like button and subscribe. Usually this happens at the international break, but now it's happened after the international break has actually finished. Does it make sense? No.
They just updated some of their terms and conditions as well.
Yeah, like they updated a lot of stuff and blah blah blah, and all of a sudden, like people's numbers are halved and shit. So that's why I really do need.
They'll regulate, but guys, just hit the like button, man.
Just hit the like button because every like actually helps push the algorithms to the next person. That's why I need you guys' help, please. So yeah, like and subscribe. And remember, all the links are in the description. And look, since the rest of the guys aren't here, Mr. Dio says he has a lot to say about my club. So go for it. Let's start with Mike while the others join.
Yeah, like honestly, this weekend I expect. Let me just put it. I'm just talking football. I'm not trying to banter you guys. I expected more from Liverpool. Honestly, that was it. I expected more from Liverpool. I know Burnley played a low block. I know Burnley tried to frustrate you guys, but you had too much firepower not to put the ball in the back of the net. And luck is part of the game, yes. And your luck shone. Literally, you were that penalty, individual mistake by a player from Burnley. They could have taken away 2 points from you guys easily. And this kind of football for me, of course, it's the beginning of the season. I'm not going to try and criticize you like, oh, you're going to play this way all season, but this is not a sustainable way to play. That's what you would tell me if I were playing this way. If you had to play this way week in, week out, hoping for an individual error from the other team to be able to actually capitalize and get 3 points, it's not sustainable. So yeah. I mean, I watched the game. I was like, by the 70th minute, it did not look like you guys were going to score. I mean, you had full control of the ball. You pressed them better. You did everything better than them. But for some reason, it just did not. There just was. It didn't feel like there was a threat. Salah felt like he was out of it for many times. And I'm like, if Liverpool keeps playing this way the next 3-4 games, Florian Skett playing like he's wearing a Scottish kilt because he was nowhere.
But I thought this was going to be well balanced.
No, it's bad. No, but I am. I just had to throw it.
The mask is flipped a little bit there, Dio.
I'm with it. I'm with it. You know what? Carry on.
Of course, you're with it, you fraud.
I just had to do something, because again, when my player was
did you see Said's reaction? Man started punching the chair and shit, like he just went mad. He was like,
when we
had one fucking job. And when Said, Said gets mad by a lot of clubs, but when he gets mad by Liverpool, he has voice crack. Every time, like, his voice crack is like, one fucking job.
So go on.
I want to be fair to Liverpool, yeah. So I thought to myself, okay, before I critique, what am I actually critiquing? Okay, so first of all, what am I critiquing? Okay, so they beat Burnley. Should they have beaten them better? Yeah, probably. But then I look at other things like Burnley created nothing, zero, absolutely nothing. So that tells you game state and Burnley's intention. I played Burnley this season. They created something against my team. Flawless's team have played against Burnley. They scored 2 goals against his team. So what I'm saying is that the team Burnley can do something. They're okay. They're not completely shit. They're actually okay.
I agree with you.
But Jay, they're a championship side.
No, 100%. 100%.
But Jay, here's what I'm saying. I agree with you. Burnley is not a crap team. I'm not saying, like I told you, Burnley did what they wanted to do, which is play the low block. And I was only surprised that Liverpool, with all the firepower they have up front, could not break down that low block, is what I'm saying. I'm saying that I expected Liverpool with all the firepower that they had. So
100%.
my point is not even trying to.
Liverpool didn't play well.
I'm not even trying to diss Liverpool. I think that Liverpool played very, very well. I'll be honest. I think they played well.
I don't think they played very
No.
well. I think they were mediocre. But that mediocre was
I think they were good. I think
the
what they were good in all the other aspects of the game except the final third, which is what I just did not understand with the amount of firepower that they had. So in my head, I'm like, you're controlling the midfield. Your defense is doing what it needs to do. Once you get into the final third, Mo Salah looked like he just didn't know what to do with the ball. You know, Gakpo, a few times when he cut in, I was just like, all right, this is the same position that Gakpo is cutting for many times and scored. We've seen him do it many times. It just seemed like they didn't know how to do it again. And for me, I'm like, well, it's one game. I'm not going to judge them based on that for the whole season. But I expected to see that firepower against the Burnley. I expected to see that firepower like that they have up front. You know, they literally have the best attack in the league.
Right, but look at it like this, yeah. Like you can have an overarching opinion about Liverpool, yeah. But then you can also be like, each game has its own issues, and each game. So, for example, like I look at Liverpool, and I think Liverpool have had the hardest set of games so far. Out of all the four teams, out of all the teams in the Premier League, Liverpool have played the hardest games, right? I checked this. I actually think Arsenal have played. Actually, we'll get to that. But
we played Liverpool too. So Liverpool have played the hardest game. We've played Liverpool.
Liverpool have played the hardest games. And hold on, Zayo. I'm not going off opinion. I'm going off literally the league table.
Yeah, the first three games we played two of the top four.
Yeah, they played two teams in the top four, and they've
Bournemouth,
also played
Newcastle.
Newcastle, who I think are like 10th or something, and then they also play Burnley. So Burnley's the lowest placed team that Liverpool have played. The other three teams are like top 10, top 11. No other team has played three teams inside the top 10 and 11, right? So Liverpool, ergo, and this will fluctuate and this can change, they played the hardest games. So whilst putting in a poor performance against Burnley, 12 points, 12 out of 12, their games will get easier. Isak will come into the team. They should be very happy, because that when I look at it and I say, shit, you know what? They played Arsenal, Bournemouth. Yeah, they're hard games. Bournemouth, 3 wins out of 4. Came to Tottenham, 1. Tottenham have 3 wins.
Yeah, but Hussam, you know what?
Nah, Jay. The only reason why we're saying this before you go, Dio, is because Liverpool struggled in these games. If Liverpool would have whitewashed these teams, we wouldn't be hearing about. And they have had some tough fixtures, yes. But the only reason why we're hearing about them having tough fixtures is because Liverpool haven't done what they're supposed to in regards to result.
Newcastle away is a horrible game.
No, it's a horrible thing, but they won their last year.
But
Jay, and don't they have Jay and Heavy is the head that wears the crown? They are the reigning champions, and they've got Florian Wirtz, who they broke the transfer window for. Like,
and then they don't. And then
these are the expectations that come when you're the favorite.
The record that they set in the same window.
Like these are the records. This is what is expected of you. This is what is expected of you when you are. They are the heavy favorites for this league title. You talk to most people, they would have Liverpool as the favorites. So just getting results.
I think Arsenal.
You have Arsenal what? Go.
I think Arsenal can be considered equal favorites to Liverpool.
No, they can't, because who do you have winning the league, Jay? Who do you have winning the league?
No, Liverpool can come in as
Jay.
No, hold on. Listen, hold on. Like I'm saying, put everything aside, man. It's like I'm saying, Liverpool won the league last season, and they're coming into the season as champions. Yeah, 100%. But Arsenal spent £300 million on a squad and lost nobody major.
Yeah. So we don't believe in them.
That's fine, but the thing also
Liverpool spent a lot of money, and they only lost maybe 1 or 2 players. No, but just like we lost 1 or 2 players, we lost Thomas Partey. We lost. So what are you doing?
Yeah, but I'm just saying that Arsenal has spent 250 to 300 million pounds.
So have Liverpool.
To invest. No, but
tell them again, Dio.
So have
Liverpool. Hold on, Dio. What
Liverpool spent?
Right, but Dio, stop this. Don't be scared of expectations. It's okay, baby. Don't worry about it. It's all fine. Don't be scared. It's okay. It's like you're so quickly to be like, how much have they spent? I'm like, relax, bro. Let's just talk about it, because you've invested a lot of money in your squad. I heard Berta's name ringing out in the summer about what a good job he's done. The difference between you and Liverpool is when you sell a Diaz, when Jota dies, RIP, when you get rid of Nunes, you are having a net, you're minusing something from the team. because those players, whether you like them or not, contributed in a reasonably heavy way. So you've lost Partey 100% on a free transfer. That is a loss. But you've also added like 300 million pounds worth of talent to the team without heavily deducting players. So the equation. So hold on, let me finish my point. I'm saying that. So the equation of Liverpool, they've lost players, but they've added. So yeah, they're up, but they're not. They shouldn't be as up as a team that's added 300 and lost very little. Over to you.
All right, so Liverpool have set a record spending this transfer window of almost 400.
They set a record. What? Can you say that again, people?
Record spending of 446 million. Arsenal has spent 255 million.
Carlos, why are you showing so much vim
Hold
towards
on.
Liverpool?
I want to break down. So when you start saying 300 million, let's be clear. Liverpool have spent 100 million plus more than Arsenal.
Want these boring fucks to win the league?
That's number one. Number two,
despise both of them.
Hold on. Number two thing is this: when you talk about them losing players, and they replaced a Darwin Núñez with an Alexander Isak, they replaced Diaz, right? With who did they bring in? They brought in Florian Wirtz. They replaced their fullbacks, Kerkers and Frimpong. They spent good money this season to reinforce. They still have their major spine, which is VVD, Alisson. Let's start from the goalie, Alisson.
You've got all the players, and you have last year's players.
Let me finish. Let me finish. I let you speak. You said,
but the point. I've made my point that they've lost players.
Jay, when you were speaking, I kept quiet. I didn't interrupt you. Good. So please, we've also lost certain players that we would call key players to us, right? Thomas Partey was a key player for Arsenal last year.
Yeah, that's the key one you lost. 100%.
Yeah, that one key one. We replaced him with the Zubimendi. Jorginho, who did a job for us every now and then, moved on. We brought in a Norgard. I'm not saying he's a key player. What I'm saying is,
Jorginho is a key player. I quit.
I did not say
I quit my own channel. I don't understand.
Stop being disingenuous. I said Jorginho.
Why did I start a football channel?
What did I say? I said Jorginho, a player that does a job for us. I didn't say he's a key player. We replaced him with a Norgard. It's really simple. We had players go out. We had players replace those players. Tomiyasu did not play for us all season last season. We replaced him with another defender. We got rid of Zinchenko. We replaced him as well. My point is, as we got rid of players, we also replaced, just like Liverpool. So don't give me this, you guys kept your major spine and Arsenal and Liverpool did not. No, we are par on par with the players that we exited.
Say that, bro. I didn't say any of this. This is all
That's what I'm saying.
Hold on. This point came from, by the way. All this point came from was me saying that I consider Arsenal to be like equal challengers because of the investment they put into their team. That's where the core of this is.
That's all well and good,
Jay. From this, it's just whatever.
Jay, I don't
mind the point. My point is Liverpool sold players. Yeah, they lost players of value. Yeah, you can argue you also lost players of value, but the transfer net spend indicates that those players didn't have a huge amount of value. No, that's not me saying that. That's what net spend said.
This is not about money. This is not about money.
Did not have a big value.
You have winning the league.
This is not about money. Who do you have winning the league?
Who you got winning the league?
Who have I got winning the league?
Yes, you, Jay. Yes, my friend.
I don't know. It's Liverpool, Arsenal, toss a coin. If they got Gay, I would say Liverpool, but because they didn't get Gay,
so you got Arsenal winning the league.
I'm not sure. Maybe Liverpool, but Liverpool on the dip on the line. Maybe.
Okay, so you have Liverpool.
I think maybe Liverpool on the dip on the line.
So despite the fact that you have Liverpool by just a little bit, the point I'm making is the reason why I'm not here talking about Arsenal, talking about Liverpool, because that is the topic at hand. And when you are the favourites, not in your case, but general consensus, not only are they the favourites, they are the heavy favourites. They've added the likes of Wirtz. They've added Isak, even though he hasn't played. They've added Frimpong. They've added Kerkez. You've got Van Dijk. You've got Alisson. You've got Salah. You've arguably in the 10 position and right wing position adding Isak as well. According to some, will say they're all number one in their positions in the league. If you want to say Isak's 2, Wirtz is 2, that's absolutely fine. But I'm just talking about the caliber of player they have there. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Getting result when you are heavy favourites for a league title, just winning games is not enough. Yes, you have to win. Results is important, but also performances matter. And even though they're 4-4, people like Dial can say that is nowhere near the level that people.
Flawless, apparently your
That's
mic is from your
sustainable.
computer, by the way.
Is it? No stress. I'm gonna change it.
I can hear you okay. It's not that bad.
But
Yeah,
again,
your
it's
audio
around.
is fine, but everyone in the chat is noticing
But
apparently.
like I said,
It's
5
probably
people
better
now.
now. It was through the webcam. Big up to
Yeah.
the
So
chat,
much
man.
better.
Real ones.
Yeah.
So,
So like I
you can
said,
hear me
Jay,
say that. So go on down. Go.
yeah, like I said, Jay, I'm not trying to banter Liverpool. No, I'm just saying.
So your criticism is our performance, Dio.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Which is
look,
fair.
3 points. This is what champions do. I said the same thing about us. When we went and we beat Manchester United at home and we played crap and we got 3 points, I said, look, if you want to be a champion, these are the games that if you think it out, find a way to win. Liverpool found a way to win. They got their 10 men on Burnley.
Okay.
That's Burnley's problem in discipline. You know, they got the penalty. That's Burnley's problem. My point is, how sustainable is this for the defending champions? How sustainable is this method of banking on the loss?
Let me ask you this question,
all I'm
Dio,
saying.
before we go on. Let me ask you this question. Apart from Newcastle, because I think we can all agree Newcastle played very well in that game. In the other 3 games Liverpool have played this season, in any of the games, were they not the better team?
Marginally, just marginally.
But they were the better team, right?
Hold on.
So-
They give up a
But
2
that's
goal
not
lead.
enough.
But
That's back to the
they
expectation
give up a
being
2-goal lead.
marginally better than Bournemouth is not enough.
They give up a 2-goal lead against
I
Bournemouth.
don't think we were marginally better than Bournemouth.
No, I'm
Okay,
saying like
I
When
think
I-
the way that we scored, the goal, you could say is
Oh,
fortunate.
here's what I say about that. You
But we
didn't
were
dominate-
incredibly better than Bournemouth.
Here's what I'll say.
By a lot.
Here's what I'll say to that, Hassan. You didn't dominate against Bournemouth for the entire game as you were supposed
Yeah.
to. That's
You
what
give
I'll
up
say.
a 2-goal
Okay,
lead
sorry,
and
we're
you're
not
not
better
letting
team
back.
over.
Wait,
then
we're
you-
confusing
over
the games
90
here. Are we
minutes.
talking about Bournemouth or Burnley?
No, I'm talking
Just
about
in
the
general,
Bournemouth
the
game in
first 4
particular.
games.
I'm
The
talking
first
about
4
Bournemouth.
games. Yeah, I'm saying the first 4
Bournemouth like game week 1?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I thought you guys were talking about Burnley like.
No,
no,
they
no,
were.
Burnley, against
No,
Burnley,
Jay
you were
mentioned the other games. Yes.
No,
Yeah,
against Burnley,
here's my
we're
thing.
better
Now,
against
look,
Burnley by far.
here's how I look at it. Mo looks like shit. Wirtz hasn't hit the ground running. Konate looks like shit. McAllister ain't even played, and he ain't even fit. Kerkez hasn't even integrated into the team. Frimpong has been amazing every time he stepped onto the pitch, but he's only stepped onto the pitch twice because he got an injury.
Yeah.
And we're 12 points from 12. Now, there's 2 ways to look at it. We can sit here and we can go like, this is not sustainable. But I do recall certain fan base, there's no need to name names, Arsenal, last season saying that it wasn't sustainable for us as well at the start of last season. Guess who's Premier League champions? Liverpool Football Club. The second thing is, what happens if all these things that I mentioned gets fixed? What if Mo is performing 70%, 60% of what he did last season? What if Kerkez all of a sudden becomes the left back he was at Bournemouth? Wirtz with Isak maybe connects better. Because one of the things, if you want to talk football, one of the things with the problem with Wirtz is he and Ekitike are running into each other. Because Ekitike drops deep to collect the ball and Wirtz drops deep to collect the ball, and they're trying to attack in the same exact space. Today, big up Matt and the boys at Kopish. He showed a screenshot of it, and it was literally like Ekitike and Wirtz just running into each other in the same exact space. Maybe if Isak is there and Isak is on the shoulders of the 2 center backs, it becomes a completely different scenario. That's why for me, as things stand, the performances aren't good. But we can, in my opinion, in hindsight now say that the 4-2 win against Bournemouth was probably a very good performance, considering that at the start of the season, all of us, and yes, I speak for everyone here, after Bournemouth lost the 2 center backs and they lost their best players, everyone was like, oh shit, Bournemouth might be in trouble this season. Iraola is like, nope, this is not what we do around here. And he's been unbelievable this year, to be fair. He even beat Spurs in their own backyard. Newcastle away, just so everyone knows. Arsenal, let me add Vater quickly. Big up Vater. Newcastle away. Arsenal haven't even had a shot on target at St. James's Park in 3 years. Chelsea lost at St. James's Park. Manchester City lost at St. James's Park. It's a very difficult stadium to go.
It's a tough game.
And the performance against 10 men was horrible. Every Liverpool fan will tell you it was horrible, but we got out of there with a victory. Now, for me, yesterday, the performance itself wasn't horrible because like they literally had 11 players in the box and we completely boxed them in and dominated them. I think what was horrible was the final pass. Like the final pass. The pass just before you're about to create the chance, that was the thing that was horrible. But Burnley literally had like 0 XG. We were the only team that like were attacking the whole
As
time.
to be expected, and I do agree
Yeah,
with you
that's
because I've made this point because that's why I'm not crashing on Liverpool in regards to the performance and saying they're horrible because you are 4-4. So in regards, let me land Vader and then you can respond. In regards to it, what happens when Liverpool do start playing just to an average level?
Yeah, exactly.
If they're 4-4, I despise you lot.
Yeah.
But this is just the fact. This is why I'm saying what they all saying is right in regards to it's not sustainable long term. But I think all of us here would expect them to get better. I wouldn't expect Liverpool to be playing like this game week 10.
Because Hussam, let me say something. The reason I'm saying this is because again, if you notice this summer, a lot of teams have strengthened. Yes, they've not all kicked into gear. When City kicks into gear and Chelsea kicks into gear and Tottenham with Thomas Frank all kick into gear, if Liverpool does not hit the ground running as quickly as possible, there's going to be a lot more competition this season as regards to. I'm just talking about the football. Listen, let's be realistic. Tottenham is playing well right now. Let's be realistic. Yeah, no. So I mean, I'm not trying to banter anything. I'm saying
we're playing worse than Liverpool.
Yeah,
we're not playing better than Liverpool are.
I don't know, but I'm saying if you look at the table, they're 4-4, which is great. That's what champions do. You find a way to win, even when you are not at your utmost best. You find a way to win. Good stuff on that. My point is, if you look at all the other teams and how they've strengthened, it seems like it's going to be a lot closer this season, and every team has to hit the ground running quicker. And you being the champions, you have to do it because against a Burnley, not being able to find a goal where your only goal came from an individual mistake by a Burnley player, and there were 10 men.
Better just show your face.
That for me was like, okay, well, you know what? Last minute, last second penalty, individual error. You get a penalty. Salah is going to put it away. Boom, done. Great stuff. If you didn't get that individual error, you had 10 men Burnley hold you to a draw, literally. Do you understand what I'm saying? And that's what I'm asking.
Like, I understand what you're saying. And had the game ended 0-0, everyone has the right to cook my club. Everyone. Because I predicted literally like a 4-0 win headed into the game. But there is something called fortune favors the brave. Do you know that what Slot did at the end? Do you know that Slot subbed off Konate for Bradley? Do you know that we ended the game with one centre back on the pitch? Just one centre back. We had no other centre backs on the pitch.
Yeah, versus
it was just
10
Van
men.
Dijk. It was literally just Van Dijk. So Slot was like, we are going to attack the crap out of you. And yes, we were fortunate in terms of the penalty, but we weren't lucky to win. We were fortunate to get a penalty because the Burnley defender is an idiot, but we weren't lucky to win because we dominated them. Now, here's the thing. Flawless just said it. Okay, so what happens if all these players play well? Do you guys understand? After all this, there's a nuclear weapon that hasn't even played yet. Are you guys aware? Do you guys know that he hasn't even played yet? Are we establishing that Alexander Isak has not even put on a Liverpool shirt yet? Are we aware, how mad it is for all this stuff that you're mentioning about Liverpool, and all of it is true? We're 12 points from 12 without Isak making his debut yet. So what happens when he does make his debut? What happens if Salah is just marginally better? What happens if Wirtz just gets 10 assists this season? Nothing crazy, just 10 assists. What happens if Kirk plays 70% of what he did at Bournemouth? What happens? By the way, what happens? McAllister has played like ass the whole season.
If they don't?
Curtis Jones didn't play yesterday.
Let him do his copium, Dial. Let him do his copium.
Szoboszlai has played right back. He's a midfielder. All of these things, all of the criticisms of my club are true, but I'm 12 points from 12 with all that shit happening. So what happens if all this shit doesn't happen? What if all these players... As a matter of fact, I'm going to make your life easier. Let's say these 8-9 things that are bad about Liverpool, okay? Let's say only 4 of them get better. Let's say Wirtz is actually a flop. Let's say he's shit till the end of the year. No problem. Let's say Kirkus is actually ass. No problem. What if the other things all fix up? All I need is Isak to score 20 Premier League goals, Salah to play 70% of what he did
this
last
copium's
season,
not needed.
Allister to get back to his level. All of a sudden, I'm league champion again.
Hussam, can I something? I hear you. You know, at the beginning of the season, I made a statement about Liverpool. I said Liverpool is forward heavy. I think you have the best firepower in the league. I believe you have the best. I don't even believe. I know you have the best front. Your front line, nobody can compete with them.
Yeah.
My thing is against a Burnley, that firepower, we did not see it. And you're saying,
agree with you.
No. So, and you're saying, because again, defensively, you are one Van Dijk injury away from calamity in your defense. Literally, if Van Dijk is not in that defense, I don't see Konate really doing a lot for you. Because Kirkers and Frimpong, guess what they do? They do a lot of overlapping. Maybe Conor Bradley will do a good job because he'll pull back and stay there and defend. But you see that Kirkers and Frimpong, they will give you goals, they will give you assists, but they won't give you defense. So my point is, we know your defense is not the best, and your offense, that is the best offense in the league, could not break down a Burnley. My question is, doesn't that worry you as a fan? Like, don't you think that that's a worry?
No, it doesn't worry me. And there's a reason why it doesn't worry me, because I have trust in the manager and the players to turn it around. The reason why Flawless was worried regardless of a win or not is because he doesn't trust Amarim. So why I'm not worried is because I do trust Slot. I trust him.
Well, okay,
All right.
this is great.
You're on mute, Flawless.
Yeah, Vaya, before you answer, I'll just ask you a question, because as Hassan was talking about Liverpool, do you think this will be Liverpool round about their level for like the majority of the season, or do you think they'll get better?
I think they'll get better, but it's
not going to be enough.
No. Time will tell whether it's going to be enough.
I'm asking you if you think it'll be enough.
It should be enough. Yeah, everything that they did in the offseason and the team that they are, it should be enough. But my problem is, and Hussam's brilliant. All right, subscribe, hit the like button. But when things have been poor, when things have been poor, it's the reality. No insult. When things have been poor, if it's any other club, let's deal with the last game. Let's deal with what we've seen. When it's poor for Liverpool, let's do the what ifs on what happens moving forward. We're on this show on a Monday to talk about last Sunday, or you guys played on Sunday? Was it Sunday or on Saturday?
They played Sunday.
Right? You can speak for the next 45 minutes, but don't lie. The reason why I'm speaking about the future is because Dio asked me, am I not worried?
Okay, Dio asked you if you weren't worried.
I asked if you're not worried about the performance in that particular game. I'm not talking about.
No, he's asking about sustainability and how we continue.
Again, for the future, I'm not Nostradamus.
So that's a future question, despite the question not being in the future tense.
I'm asking about
because essentially, Dio's question is: are you worried if you play like this against Everton?
No.
His
My question was.
I blame this for you, Vega, man.
Listen, my question to you, Hussam, again was: you have the strongest firepower in the league, and you could not perform against a Burnley. What happened? Like, does that not worry you against the Burnley? My question is about the game itself. I don't know what the future holds. I do know you have great players that will kick on. Salah is going to kick on. That's a given. It's going to happen. Gakpo is going to get his 12 to 15 goals this season. You already have Isak, who everybody's trembling, and we know that that's going to happen. Florian Wirtz, give him time. He's going to kick on. We know this. Let the future hold the future. I'm talking about the game that you played, this particular one game that you had to depend on your luck shining for an individual mistake that led to a penalty and 10 men on the pitch. That's the game I'm talking about. So, Hussam, that question is for you.
And apologies for being late. All right, I had to deal with a few things. I didn't realize that Dial's question was with whether you are worried or not. If you want to talk about the future, calm. I would have never, and shout out to Dio, brilliant, but I would have never asked you anything with regards to the future. I would have stayed with the present. That past game.
I talked about Burnley. That's what I said. I never mentioned future. He interpreted as future.
No, but your question in itself, are you worried, leads to the future. That's why Hussam was able to talk about, no, I'm not worried.
I said, are you worried about how you played against Burnley? I didn't say, are you worried going forward? I never mentioned forward.
No, Dio, it's cool. Why? Okay, I'm just saying how you phrased it, how he dealt with it was to talk about the future. That's all.
People shoot out the first.
Can we do Arsenal next? Because I feel like we'll get to City properly for you, Veta, but let's do Arsenal.
Nah, you gotta go Manchester because Veta gotta go shortly. We'll do this Manchester derby.
It's up to Hussam whether he wants to do it now or later.
We've got enough time to do. Let's.
Yeah, Jay, you got some bars for Arsenal. What happened with Arsenal, man? I know you're a Spurs fan, but what happened in particular?
Dio, talk on your team. Like we'll give you the grace of going first. What did you like about Arsenal this weekend?
What did I like about Arsenal? I just like the fact that we had majority of our key players injured, and we were still able to put up a team that could do something. We wouldn't have been able to do this last season. Saka was out, Saliba was out. We had 5 new players in that team. 5 new players actually played. Mosquera was in the team. Like, we have 5 new integrated players from the summer that we played. Front 3 that have never played together before. We had Noni Madueke, we had Gyökeres, and we had Eze. This was the first time all 3 of them were playing together. That's 3 of them, Mosquera 4, Zubimendi 5. We were able to rest a Declan Rice and not be worried. that's a good thing. I'm happy that we can play against a team like Nottingham Forest that are a decent team.
Later, I heard what you said. Loki,
Yeah,
you're being a little bit naughty because when you ask the question, "Are you not worried?" By definition, that indicates future, my brother.
Well,
I'm being naughty or Dio?
No, Dio's being naughty.
Oh,
You
yeah,
can't say
are you not worried about the burn?
If you ask someone, "Are you
Naughty
worried?"
boys,
Even
man.
if you
What's
don't
going
say
on?
moving,
Okay,
even
no,
if you don't say the word
maybe
moving
my
forward, it indicates future.
You know what? Maybe my English vocabulary is limited. I'm sorry. I
Oh,
apologize.
here we go. As if English is my first language.
Tell me
As
Yoruba.
if
Tell
English
me
is not my
Yoruba.
first language.
Listen, because when I qualified with the Burnley game and I mentioned the penalty and the lock and the 10 men and restrict the question, say, are you not worried about your performance in that game? That does not indicate any future. If you want to understand it as future by just removing the fact that
I got you. Listen, Dio, I got you. See, I'm a lyricist like Flawless. It's how you phrase it. Did you have
No,
concern?
you're not. Flawless has actually Flawless has songs, bro. You ain't no lyricist.
Nah, he's talking just verbally. He's not talking
Because I haven't
musically.
published anything doesn't mean that I'm not a lyricist.
Yeah.
Relax.
I beg you.
I got my book of rhymes. I've got my
If
book
you
of rhymes.
publish
Don't
a
Yeah,
song,
put
I'll
bars
be your
together.
first listener. I'll promote your song.
I-
All right,
Say
yes,
it down.
hold on.
They
Quick
could put bars together. I know that
battle,
much. He is a lyricist.
Vader versus Flawless. Quick rap battle. Put both of them full screen. 30 seconds. Let's go.
No.
Sam, 30 seconds.
Listen,
Let's go.
for that to happen,
That's my bro. I can't do that. Yeah,
it's a different scene. It's a different
Well,
scene.
let's-
Yeah. Vader looks more like a spoken word kind of guy. Do you know what I mean?
Which are lyrics. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
I see
Now-
that. Yeah.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
Dio, what should have been asked of Don Hussam, because he's able to wiggle out of things, is were you happy with the performance? You ask him specific questions. Were you happy with so-and-so player? Were you happy with your manager and what he did? Because at the end of the day, it was Burnley. That's why. Don't give him an out to talk about the future.
Was that a Burnley accent or an attempted one?
No. I was just emphasizing.
Burnley.
Yeah, because Northerners don't talk
I was
like
like, since
that.
when it was Aretha Franklin from Burnley?
Burnley. That's what it is.
Burnley, exactly.
Yeah, that's it.
But this is
Burnley.
it. This is it. This is it. Hussam was able to squirt out of the question, not talk about the performances of said players, not talk about his record signing. So we'll move. That'll be a conversation for another time. Let's not have another performance like this, because
You know,
then
I've
I think
accused you of gaslighting before, but I never thought I'd accuse you of lying because you've lied twice. Why? Since when? You know, Vader, forget football content. As a human, don't you feel like you're better than this? Honestly, I didn't criticize my players. What have I spent the whole time doing? Yahi? Where are you listening from?
You will late.
Take like an earbud and clean your ear and come back. Habib. What's
those are
wrong?
actually not good for you. No, everybody in the chat, those listening, don't those Q-tip things. Those aren't good for your ears.
Okay, use a tissue then.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
but-
that was it. I used to call him disingenuous, but I think he's a disingenuous. You know what I mean?
He's a liar.
DJ lyrics.
Yeah, he's a liar, straight up.
No. I'm not a liar. Now, I apologize.
I
I
haven't
wasn't here.
criticized my players.
He apologized. He said he wasn't here. He did apologize.
I wasn't here. But
Apologize, man.
let me
Okay,
ask.
so
Let me
why
ask.
make that like fucking assumption in the first place? Like,
Well, he's
At
apologized.
first, I said I wasn't here, and then I asked the question. Dio, Jay, Flawless. Did you hear enough criticism of his players, or was it kind of like brushed? Because he's got a record signing in Verts. He's got a player where everybody. Let's remember. Let's remember. Don Hussam had heat, had heavy flex, was always pressing Chelsea fans. Did you hear that same type of criticism?
Yep. What I'm going to say to you is that I'm going to keep the same energy that I always kept for Man City when you were champions, and people would have a go at your performance or question Pep. I'd always give champions grace in terms of performance and how teams were doing in relation to it. You've earned the right for me to give you the benefit of the doubt in these situations.
Yeah, I ain't with all that. Fuck all that benefit of the doubt stuff. Perform.
Hey, what can I say?
The reason why I say that is because let's say Liverpool have won. If they was flying and Verts was flying and everybody was flying at Liverpool and they had battered teams, you know what we'd be doing? Giving them all the credit in the world, which they deserve, which they would deserve.
It's been 4 games though.
Yeah, okay, so that's my point. No, Jake. No, so Jake, you just
we can only talk about the first 4 games though, because it's been 4, but we can only talk about that.
Like I'm talking about.
I understand. We'd be waxing lyrical if they were flying, but on the flip side, not been 7 out. Let's say they've been 7 out of 10 or across.
Wait.
7 out of 10 is not enough. That's
You're
not good
conflating
enough.
it. You're conflating it. It's not about
Actually,
this.
low key, people wouldn't be that much waxing lyrical. And actually, today, like I
Not us,
brought this-
Liverpool fans.
No,
You
no,
lot
no,
would
no.
be on
Forget
one.
Liverpool fan. Listen, us Liverpool fans, our duty when
Big
your
up
team
you.
is 12 out of 12 is try to
Chelsea.
protect the team as much as possible with
Yeah.
criticism. But now, if I'm being honest, I'll be honest with you guys. Let's say Wirtz had 4 assists in the first 4 games. I would be working with a lot of content creators that would come tell me it's expected. He cost 100 million.
Yeah.
Let's be serious.
Yeah, some would, but
I would have
is-
heard that.
Yeah,
Like, come on.
to an extent, yes, but some rivals, I would. If you lot was flying and playing well, I go, hey, props to Liverpool. They're flying and playing well. I'm not hearing it's just 4 games.
But
Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Isn't this
I agree with you, but I've already said
that,
I'm not Vater.
Yeah,
you
not
work
you,
with me.
Sam.
I know. You work with me, you work with Vater. Vater is
Yeah.
the type of guy, every time like Haaland has a bad game, he'll tell you how Haaland scored 50 goals 3 years ago. I'm not that guy. I've already said Salah has played like shit. McAllister's played like shit.
You have,
Konate
yeah.
hasn't been good this season. Have
Yeah,
I not
you
said
did.
that?
Yes,
Cercas
you
was
did.
shit.
Yes,
I've
yes.
said that as well.
I don't care
And
about those other players.
And even
mentioned
Ekitike, who
Wirtz.
performed well this season, I
did,
said
he did.
Ekitike and Wirtz are running into each other. So I've criticized every single player after having 12 from 12. Imagine,
I don't care
imagine
about
Vater
those-
had 12 from 12 flawless. Would he have criticism of his club?
Yeah, I hear it. I hear it.
He wouldn't.
It is not, guys. Don't let him do
He's-
this. It's not about
Subscribe
criticism
to
of the club.
Sarcasm City TV and go watch the show that Flawless does with Vater by himself. This guy has done shows with every content creator and unbelievable like presence on camera and everything. Vater is the one guy that gives him biggest headache because he's the biggest gaslighter, bro. He's unbelievably good.
He's
at
also
gaslighting.
extremely intelligent and he is a lyricist.
He is.
So yeah, he
He
don't
is.
miss nothing.
Hey,
Like,
but
he's
hold
very
on,
the word,
careful.
Jay? What's the word, Jay?
hold on, but Hostam,
You
there is
invented
one
the
thing.
word, Jay. We need to use it for
Hostam,
Vater.
there is one thing, just one thing. And I've given Liverpool a lot of the pass. Some people are saying, "Get off your knees, Jay. Wipe your mouth." That's what I've seen in the comment section. That's what they're saying.
Yo.
But I want to ask you this question, Hosam, because I remember.
Hell no
you used,
to the no.
you used to kill, and I mean, flick knife to the throat of Curtis Jones for some of his performances for Liverpool. Yeah, I remember this vividly. Curtis Jones, at those moments, the performances he was putting in, no worse than what Wirtz is putting in right now. I think you're a fair man.
An academy lad, right? Is Curtis
An
Jones an
academy
academy
lad.
lad?
Mustang didn't give a fuck. He didn't give a fuck that he was an academy lad. He said, let's fucking have it. Like, do you know what I mean? He didn't care. So I'm asking you right now, Hussam, to appropriately terminologize Florian Wirtz's performance thus far with the level of grace and clarity that you would give the other players that you might not like in this situation.
I think Florian Wirtz was underwhelming against Bournemouth. I think he was horrible in the first half against Arsenal. I think he was horrible against Burnley because we paid the money so he can unlock a low block, and he didn't do that. Arsenal is a mixed game. First half, he was nowhere to be found. Second half, he was very good. So that's basically my... Actually, I think at Wembley, he did really well. He did really well against Palace. He had like the most chances.
Hold on. Really well or spicy Donny van der Beek?
Yeah.
No, that's very disrespectful.
It's not.
Yeah,
Because
because
no.
Donny van der Beek is
I'm
mad,
saying to you,
bro.
yeah, I'm saying to you, you thought you were getting a Kevin De Bruyne, and you got
Speak on it.
And you got a Mason
Oh,
Mount.
yeah, of course. He hasn't hit
Yeah?
those
And
levels
so
yet.
my thing is, listen, I'm a Wirtz fan. In the comment section, you might think I'm cooking Wirtz. Nah, I'm saying I expected this guy to come into this league and show levels. Levels. This guy is coming like Donny van der Beek, like Mason Mount. That is the level he's showing at the moment. And those guys did not get any better. I think Wirtz can get better, but those guys, once they hit that level, they didn't go back up. They didn't increase the level. Donny van der Beek was who Donny van der Beek was.
Jay,
So I'm saying
Okay, here's my thing.
No, hold on. I gotta go. Let me say this real quick.
I'm just waiting to watch him with Isak, and then I make my mind.
Oh, watch it with
wow,
another
we're gonna
record
wait for that.
signing. Oh, okay.
What if you didn't get Isak then? So you're not going to live up to
watch
mine.
Okay.
another.
Okay,
record
guys, since you're all
breaking
football
signing.
historians here, other than Vater, because he started watching football 3 years ago,
Oh, now we
Did
gotta do the
Ozil
insult.
work
Okay,
with-
let's go.
did Benzema work with Ozil? I dare anyone say yes, you're lying.
What did you say? What was that?
Higuain was better. Higuain worked better.
Oh my
Don't
God.
let him move the
Thank you,
target.
Carefree Lewis. Wallah, this guy right here, he knows ball.
But my
They were
No,
they were waving
Dio,
white
guys, I gotta
flags.
go. No, I gotta go. Let me say this before I go. And I'm so glad Carefree Lewis is here because Carefree Lewis remembers all the hatred, all the saltiness from these Liverpool fans when Caicedo went to Chelsea. And every performance from Caicedo to start off that season, they were on his neck. That's what Vert should be getting right now. Not this, oh, let me see him play with Isak. Oh, it's only been 4 games. Give him the pressure.
And that's why you're on his
Caicedo
neck,
has.
because he rejected your club. Guess what? I'm on Zubimendi's neck.
Nah, hold
Normal.
on. No,
I'm out.
listen,
I'll be
listen.
back.
It's normal. When a
hold on,
player
listen.
says no to your
hold on,
club, you
listen.
have a bit of vitriol towards him.
So you
What's
have
wrong with that? Why are we trying to cut emotions out of football? Do we want to be the next baseball competition?
You've got to be fair. This
Okay,
is
okay, let me
this is
let
a
me
We
just
can't
say
cut
this.
out, but that's why Works is getting the shit
You
he's
can't
getting.
say I need £120 million striker to unlock my £100 million playmaker. What are we doing here?
Yeah, that's crazy
can't
stuff.
say
man.
Okay, let me just say this because I do want to move on to other topics. Let me just move on. Let me just say this, okay? I've already said that Verse has been underwhelming. But I just broke down his game. You asked me how's he been this season. I said Burnley he was very bad. I said he was very bad against Newcastle. I said second half against Arsenal he was very good. And I think he was good at Wembley. Bournemouth was underwhelming, like iffy, 50-50. Now, the reason why I say I expect to with Isak, exactly what Lewis just said. When Ozil was at Real Madrid, he couldn't work with Benzema because Benzema kept dropping deep. They waved the white flag at Benzema. Ozil is one of the greatest creating, playmaking number 10s we've seen in our life, we've ever seen. Higuain looked a lot better because he's a more prototypical natural striker. Now, I'm just waiting to see, okay, Verts and Isak, how do they work with each other? With someone who makes the run on the shoulder of the defenders, with someone who takes that space between the two center backs. Can Verts find him in behind? If he can, then okay, I've got my player.
With £100 million player. Bro,
the only time the 15 million activates is if we win 4 Champions League.
Analysis like this for £100 million. Bro, you should be
Bro,
able
I'll
to
be honest
ball
with you.
out. Just put
I'll be
him
honest
should
with
be
you,
able to- you should
Lewis,
be able to
my
ball
club and
out,
your
yeah.
club, we just took the German clubs to the cleaners.
You should
Let me
be
just
able to
read
ball out.
these,
Sorry,
and then
go
gonna
on.
move on, talk about Chelsea. Hussam, give them the trophy, they removed the tunnel, is what Toronto Reds is saying. Dio, you're lagging out just a little bit, by the way, so if you can just hump off and hop back in.
Am I
A
lagging?
little bit, yeah.
A little bit of a delay.
Alright,
Delay. So just leave and rejoin. Flawless United and City 1-1 in many title races, is what Andrew's saying. They did.
Say that again? What?
He's saying like Fergie era, you won a lot of games 1-0 in the title race.
Yeah, we did, but again, the expectation on us was still there. Like, it's not just about winning. People are missing the point. It's about the expectation that comes with it because of what Liverpool have done in the window. They are general consensus heavy favourites for the league. If you ask most fans will tell you Liverpool are favourites for the league by at least a big margin. They are the number 1 numero uno favourites. So not only do you have to win games, you have to win games playing well, and you have to perform for the vast majority of the game, not the whole 90, but the vast majority. So when you drop a 2-goal lead to Bournemouth, when you are down 2-0, up 2-0 away at Newcastle and it's 10 men, and you drop that will end up winning the game. People are still going to critique when it takes you. Burnley are a championship side. When it takes you to the 90th minute to get a goal against them, people are going to criticize. That's just how it goes.
Fairs. Andrew's saying last year we peaked too early. We were dead by January. Fairs.
Who's this? Who's that by John?
He's saying Liverpool were dead by January.
Where?
I think we weren't dead by January. I think we were dead by March.
You weren't dead by January. You was
March.
consistently good.
The performances were not as like
All the supers addressing Vater, I'll read to them in a second.
Yeah.
City were always best second half of the season too. This is true. And so Katie, Andrew, and Fonzo, your super chat addressing Vater. I'll read it to him when he's here. Big up to everyone locked in as well. There's 750 people. Like I said, the guys, Flawless and Lewis, like mainly because they do content every day, will tell you the numbers are being very weird on YouTube today. And since probably 2 days, so we need you guys' help. So please do hit the like button and subscribe. Every like helps push the channel to someone else.
Run up the
Yeah,
likes.
so let's
you lot,
get
man.
the likes up, please. Come on, let's like and subscribe right
we
now.
We had started.
And
on
there's
last
a
game,
there's
Michael. You want to go somewhere else?
yeah, I do. This is what Nasser wants to go. The only thing Chelsea's 74 cheats unlocked was that honey jar for Brentford. Hello, Lewis.
No. That's factually incorrect because it unlocked not this. Sorry, it unlocked this badge. Actually. So yeah, big up, man. Thank you for the donation. Day 63. Up the Blues. Up the Blues.
Your thoughts on the Brentford draw, though?
Fucking fuming over that because yeah, our first half was garbage. Yeah, we didn't look good until we brought on the first teamers, but I'll be so real. I don't think a lot of the top teams have looked great anyway, but they've been able to win in spite of it. My problem is we did everything right in the second half. We adjusted like we usually do, came back, got the goals that we needed to take the lead, and then everyone just fell asleep. Everyone just fell asleep for one long throw, something that we already knew was a target that Brentford were trying to get goals from because they had about 7 or 8 long throws throughout the game. And then, like, just our setup was mind-boggling. The more I look at the amount of players at the front post, the less I get annoyed about it because there's about 3 Brentford players there already. My problem is the goalkeeper's there as well. And Reece James falls asleep in the middle, doesn't step in front of the number 4. And then Garnacho is falling asleep at the far post, and you've only been on the pitch 15 minutes. This is what's thrown the game away. One bit of stupidness. So, yeah, look, in terms of the game, yeah, we didn't set up the right way in the first half. Yeah, a lot of like individuals didn't turn up or just dropped disaster classes. Gittins was trash. Buonanotte struggled to get into the game. Who else? The Tosin got caught again, letting a player cut inside for the second game in a row. Fofana clearly looked rusty. Hato didn't look up to it. But we made the right changes in the second half, and we were the better team, and we should have been enough for us to leave with 3 points. One stupid lapse of concentration has thrown all of that away. So, yeah, those are my thoughts on the game.
What do Chelsea need to fix to go from top 4 challengers to title race? Because me and you spoke before the season started. 12 points from 12 was the expectation. How do you address these mistakes that happen in game?
They need the first.
Honestly, like the Palace game, I'm really not that annoyed about because I look at the first 3 games as our preseason. We only had 2 games going into it. We were clearly rusty through the first couple of games. If you go into that international break unbeaten, I don't mind it. Ideally, we would have beaten Palace, but whatever. Like, it is what it is. This game, it's still not really a lot I can take from it because we win it if we don't fall asleep late on. And then none of these questions come up. So I think it's too late to like start reevaluating things or expectations or anything like that. But you've shown me that you can like galvanize yourself and come back after bad first halves, come back after bad performances and still get results. And then you do something like this. It's stupid naivety, and this is the sort of stuff I would have seen from Chelsea a year or 2 ago. I shouldn't be seeing it now. So like, I'm not reevaluating anything yet, but not good enough. You should have left that with 3 points. It was the banker. I have no problems with us rotating. Cucurella's played 5,000 minutes last season. He played both international games and played full 90s. He should have been rotated. Reece James, we know his record. Rotate him. I don't give a shit. Maybe you could have played a right back there, but Fofana needs minutes as well, and he's not getting it against Bayern from a start, and he's not getting that starting against United either. So you give him the minutes there. Ultimately, the squad that you put out should still be enough to be looking better against his relegation for the Brentford side. But they didn't. That shouldn't matter because we came back and were better in the second half. These guys decided to fall asleep. Threw away 2 points.
So for me, just looking at this Chelsea, I think Chelsea really need their first team to stay fit. From watching these games, yeah, it's like Chelsea haven't fixed really their backup issue over the last 2-3 years. Like it's been the backup. Yeah, okay, it's good enough to win the Conference League, calm. But it's still been the backups that's been getting you knocked out. The cup competitions, for example, yeah? So if you look at some of these backups now, you do a big rotation away to a decent Premier League team, that team's getting knocked out maybe. Do you know what I mean? So you're looking at some.
I wouldn't say it's cut and dry like that because last season we were still adapting to Maresca's style.
So I'm saying the team, because obviously you got to understand Brentford to me are not good. Like Brentford to me are like relegation. Like as in,
I agree.
I probably have Brentford in my bottom 3, arguably.
About bottom 5.
Yeah, bottom 5.
Lewis, do you know what the name of their manager is?
So
I did, and I've forgotten it. That's why I've forgotten it.
Well, Andrew,
I heard his name on the match day. Now it's like all I know is they've got some Liverpool archive squad, and they all managed to have a part in that fucking.
So like, it's just
the name of their manager was the set piece coach before. So basically, it's like Nicholas Jover becoming the manager.
Yeah.
His name is
And
Keith
that was the
Andrews.
backup for the set piece coach that we took off them.
Yeah.
His name is Keith Andrews. That's who.
That was
So just but also just on Chelsea, right? I don't think Chelsea have had a particularly difficult set of games, and they only have 8 points. Like they had Palace at home, West Ham away, they had Fulham game, and they've had Brentford.
But we can isolate Palace as trickier opposition, especially when
I would say are Palace finishing top 10 this season?
Yes.
Should be.
I don't think so.
What?
I don't think so. I think so.
You think there's 10 teams better than Palace in the league right now?
Pardon?
You think there's 10 teams in the league better than Palace right now?
Calmly.
Who?
Name them.
Who?
So let's say 5 of the top 6. Let's leave out Man United. Yeah.
Hilarious.
If you want to put United in, that's fine.
No, don't do that. Do you think we're better than Palace?
Okay. Do I think you're better than Palace?
Yeah. Don't repeat the question back to me. Do you think you're better than Palace? Do you think United are better than Palace?
When you sack Amarim and take Glasner, probably.
Again, no, we're talking as of right now, so that's a no. So you don't think United are? Who else are better?
Okay.
You don't. Go on.
That's fine. Bournemouth are better, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Brighton are better.
That's 6.
Yeah. No, we're on 7 now.
Who's the 7?
The top
That was
5. Top 5 plus Brighton.
Who's the top 5?
Bournemouth.
Who's the top 5?
The top 6 minus United.
Oh, the big 6. Oh, the big 6. When you say top 5, I thought you meant in the
Yeah.
league. My bad.
So
Sorry. I
the 5.
apologize.
So we go
Yeah.
5. We'll go
Yeah.
5, and then we'll go
Brighton
Brighton,
and
Bournemouth,
Brighton, that's 7.
Newcastle.
Okay.
8.
Okay.
So we're on 8.
Villa.
Let's say I'll say
Villa.
Villa.
I don't know about. I ain't saying
I'll say
Villa.
Villa,
I'm
9.
not saying Villa.
You're not
No.
saying Villa? Okay.
Have
I'll
you
say
seen
Villa
Villa?
is 4, innit?
Have you watched Villa?
Have you seen Villa this
Yeah,
season?
I want Villa, but I still think Villa are finishing above Palace this season.
All right, cool, man. All right.
Like,
go
do you
on.
know what I mean? Like,
9,
what
and
do
who's the
people
10th?
say? Yeah, Villa haven't been great.
Who's 10th?
Why do people
We'll give you
act like
Villa.
Palace have like 9 points out of 9 or something?
We'll
How many
give
points
you.
do Palace have this
We're just
season?
saying top 10. We're just saying top 10. So you got 9. Who's the 10th?
Let's say. Let's have a look.
Yeah, you ain't got one.
What do you mean I ain't got one, bro?
I know
Like,
you ain't got one, Jay, man.
Bro, I'm not Rain Man. Let me just.
No, but here's the thing.
You're an intelligent individual.
Crystal
Ray Man ain't
Palace
got
top
nothing on
10
you.
or not, they'd have a much stronger argument with Eze, and Eze was in the squad when he faced us.
Let's say.
So it still don't really make a difference.
What about Oh shit! Okay.
No hit us with the what about. This is your opinion.
Nah, bro, because you know
Ray,
what?
man.
There's teams like
It's hard, right? It's hard, Jay.
I'm gonna put Fulham above
Yeah,
it.
it's hard, right?
Fulham are not better than Palace.
Aye, Palace are still unbeaten. Yeah, big up Jabba. They're still unbeaten.
Yeah, Fulham.
And who
Fulham
have Palace played?
And then there's teams like Forest and United.
Sunderland,
so-
us.
Teams like who?
Yeah, Palace
Teams like
are
who?
finishing top 10.
Teams like who? Did you say who was that last 2, Jay? Who was it?
United and Forest.
Forest. All right, good one. Sorry, go on. And Ange. All right, man.
Oh yeah, Everton, Forest, and Everton. Those are the other teams.
Everton will finish above him. Everton will finish above him. Everton look alright.
You know, it's
No, those are the teams that have played Palace so far.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
Everton- Everton is still Palace, right?
You guys
They're
are
still unbeaten, and they had Eze when they played us.
Listen, all I'm saying is, did Palace ever finish in the top 10? Like, you guys are asking them to do something they never
They've been
do.
12 the last 2 seasons, but they have been a tricky team for the Big Six to face.
Yeah, I'm not saying they've not been a tricky team.
bear
I'm
in
just
mind,
saying that, like,
bear
That's
in
what I'm
mind
just saying in terms of the
you
first
guys are
4
all
games.
talking
I know
spice
that
out
we
now,
played.
yeah?
Bear
No
in mind
wonder
that
you would have had Palace in the top 10 before the season started.
I did have
No,
Palace in the
but
top
that's
10
not
before
even the
season
main
started.
point that we were trying to make. The point
I
I'm
did.
trying to make is like the first 4 games, yeah, it's not really been like the most difficult of opposition, but Palace has been a difficult side,
Yeah.
especially when they had Eze. And we've also been basically building our team up because we've been using the 3 games as a preseason. So I'm not really that frustrated. Well, frustrated, but I'm not angry over the first 4 games. I'm angry over the Brentford match because that's the one that we should have won regardless.
Yeah,
and if we beat that, suddenly it's 3 wins and 1 draw. It don't even look that deep for a team that's still building up to full speed.
yeah,
Just
fair
in
enough.
the fellas sleep in the 93rd minute.
Palace are
You want to talk difficult
They're
starts? They went
top.
to Villa Park and the Bridge in their first 2, so they've had one of the more difficult
Yeah,
starts.
listen, okay, fair. You know what? I rescind a little bit. Palace are a good side, but I would think that a top 6 team would, a top 4
Beat them at
team,
home.
top
I
3
agree with
team
that.
would be thinking at home, we're going to beat
I
this
agree
team.
with that. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. I agree with that.
So fair enough. They are a good team, though.
I
Obviously.
agree with that.
All right.
And even in terms of squad depth, like I think the team's more adjusted to Maresca's style of play, and I also think our depth has improved, but only in certain areas. Our midfield depth is quality. Our fullback depth is quality. Our forward depth I rate, bar just left wing. I think left wing is just a big pack of mid. That's why Neto's got to go and play there. But yeah, that's it. And obviously goalkeeper centre back. Left wing goalkeeper centre back is I think our only weakness in terms of depth.
Am I still lagging?
Isn't that like 30% of your team? He's like this.
Yeah, but it's not like it's a crazy problem that could cost us in cup games. No, you just have a couple of weaknesses that you need to strengthen, and we know 2 out of 3 anyway.
Kind of fucked.
The what?
If Kukure is out for like a month, you're fucked.
Look, I rate Hato. He had a bad game. This is what it is.
Okay, I'm with you.
Okay,
There's one thing you can't say about
you
Chelsea.
low-key though didn't answer my question. Genuinely, how do you fix this? I want Lewis's like 1, 2, 3s. How to get out of this, like the problems that you're facing, basically. I'm not asking you to make any overarching statements. I'm just saying, how do you step
Because I don't think we're in a big problem to a point where you even say, how do you fix this? Just don't fucking fall asleep at a long throw in the 93rd minute, and then we're not even having that question.
Yeah.
Just win games. Go to Old Trafford and win, and no one cares. Win your next 2. Go by and win there too. You're going to win at Lincoln. Suddenly 3 wins in a row. Brighton play a high line. We like that. That can be 4 in a row. Just keep winning.
Oh, by the way,
you're smarter than to put a win away at Old Trafford. We've been there, me and you, many times.
Every year it's like have shame and win.
Are you doing anything against Bayern, Lewis?
He's got this against us.
Are you doing anything against Bayern?
Am I doing anything against Bayern? Yeah, we're beating them.
Oh, they're gonna get. Oh, you're gonna catch. You're gonna catch some hands versus Bayern. I swear to God.
With Chelsea, right? I will say this.
I think, bro, you're gonna catch some hands.
Yeah, he's on one today, you know.
I think.
See, they said that against PSG, innit?
Nah. I played Bayern in preseason. You're gonna catch some hands. Like,
yeah, you played PSG in preseason and lost as well.
No, but
Bayern Super Cup.
Bayern beat us like honestly, bro. You're gonna see Elise and Diaz and these man running at you, and you're gonna think like it's the Flash. I swear to God, companies.
Bro,
like,
I got Cucurella and James. I look forward to the battle.
Bro, honestly, I think Bayern's a tough game. I don't think I think they'll beat you.
Wow,
they play a way that we like.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm confident that we can go there and make a statement. We've done it before.
I think Chelsea will beat Bayern and then lose to United.
I said lose, not even a draw.
We ain't beating them. We're not beating them, yo.
I have seen Antonio Conte and Jose Mourinho and Tuchel with 100 times better teams go and lose at Old Trafford, bro, and draw at Old Trafford.
This is the worst we've been in a minute.
Yeah, Maresca could end up drawing just because of United tax.
See, honestly, the only thing that is going to cost Chelsea this season is it's full on.
Bayern ain't scary, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Bayern are not the greatest, no. They're not.
Bayern ain't nothing.
But look at Chelsea's defense going into this game. Yeah, like that defense is not keeping like Kane, Elise, Diaz. It's not keeping them out. That defense cannot keep.
Why not? We kept PSG out.
But you had Colwell then, no?
Yeah, but like, please, why do people act like Colwell was like light years clear of all of our other centre backs?
But he is.
They all saying they're all mid.
Man said Colwell.
People will talk about our centre backs within the same brush.
He's no
and then we
difference
lose
maker, Jay.
Colwell,
Let's
and
be
suddenly
real,
he's
man.
light years ahead of all the
I
other
think
ones.
Colwell's quite important to Chelsea. Like just from like a
Important.
from like a
Like,
leadership.
let's not act like all of our centre backs
passing.
didn't improve.
Yeah, but Jay, Colwell is not. Colwell is
all
not.
of them didn't
he's
improve,
not
and it was
better
only
he's not
Colwell.
better than like he's important to them. He's one of their better centre backs, right? But if you rate him with every other top centre back, he's not there. Like Colwell is not the guy. Losing Colwell, I mean, whoever steps in for him is marginally just slightly lower than Colwell.
Yeah,
Whoever steps in for him, so it's not like you know.
Who's
There's
back against Bayern then?
Yeah,
No,
Dyer,
but-
you still got that delay,
but
bro.
But again, I do have the delay.
Yeah, still got
How
the
are
delay.
you in a first world country and I'm in Jordan, bro? How?
Hey, look, I don't know, man. Ask Donald Trump why my internet is not working. I don't know. Ask Trump.
Ask Donald Trump. Unfortunately, I don't have access to him. You'd have to ask Flawless. He's the celebrity.
All right, let me see what's
All
going
right,
on.
all right, Mr. 60K subscribers, but I'm the celeb. All right,
59K. Thank you very much. Don't
cool.
lie.
We you know what's crazy? We have the same conversation every time I mention a milestone. I'll just message you when you hit 60K because he did this previously, but I was like, all right, Mr. 50K, and he was like, no, it's 47. Then when he reached 50K,
You're
I
literally a rapper. Don't do the humble thing. Don't do the humble thing. Why doing the humble
I
thing?
think it is, man.
Come on.
I was saying,
You're just doing
I'm merely like I said, man. I appreciate you having me on such a great platform and a big platform. Thank you. Thank you. I
Are
appreciate it.
Chelsea finally going to beat United at Old Trafford? Do you believe it, Lewis, genuinely? About OT?
Bro, I believe it every year, and then they just disappoint me.
Nah, this is
So
the
it's
year.
like-
Lewis. This is the year.
It had better be.
This
It's
is.
the
I'm.
same
I've
shit
never.
I say
I've
every
never.
year.
Lewis, think about it. You know me a long time now. I've never said that to you before. This
Yeah,
is
but
the
what's stopping you lot from dropping some club statement while I'm on a flight tomorrow?
year. Oh, that could happen. If that happens,
Like,
you're
we ain't
fucked.
been here before, bro. Van Nistelrooy's out of a job as well. You could wheel him back for Bance for one more draw.
Yes. Yo, if
I
that
can't
happens,
be
you're not
arsed,
winning.
bro.
If they somehow, if you're mid-flight to Germany and they drop, hey, he's gone. Yo, no, you're not winning the game.
I might
As
jump
currently
out the plane,
constructed,
you
yeah.
know? If I time
see.
it right, I'll land in Holland, even better.
Yeah, but United. When's the last time United lost at home to Chelsea?
Yeah, it was like 10, it's like 12 years ago or something.
Yeah,
2013, imagine.
lose to
Yeah,
Chelsea.
2013.
United will do-
2013.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so I'm
Sir
saying-
Who
Alex-
was the last manager
charge
to
of
beat United at Old Trafford? Who was it? Was Di Matteo?
No, it was Benitez, actually.
Yeah.
Fucking rapper.
Was it Benitez?
Yeah, it was Benitez, bruv. Sir Alex was in charge and Mata was wearing a Chelsea shirt. That's how long it was.
That's how long ago.
That's a long ass time
You know what?
ago.
You know what? I don't think Chelsea are winning either of these next two games. You know, like
Oh.
yeah.
No,
because-
respect
no,
him.
like the thing is I might fall into the narrative if we hadn't played Bayern in preseason, and I've seen them like, and they will beat this Chelsea. Like this version of Chelsea, they'll beat them. Like no doubt in my mind, they'll beat them. Like this, I don't think Chelsea can handle them.
Was it
But
that game?
I don't get it. We handled the whole PSG with ease.
you know what? Fair, you did. But I'm just saying, like, on your right hand side, like, if
Yes, we had 5 days
James-
of training.
If Reece James is playing against Diaz, I think
One day more.
it's one of those. Like,
No, not the Torres mess.
like people can say preseason, not preseason, but and what Jackson scoring tomorrow.
I respect
on
Jay's
Wednesday?
hatred for the London clubs, you know. I
Hey,
respect
Jay,
highly,
you
Jay.
see this? This is
I
the
rate
one thing I've clocked. As
Yeah.
soon as Jackson leaves, Jackson scoring. Where the
Oh,
fuck
yeah.
was his energy the rest of 2025?
Because script
Why have I
writers.
been dying out here in
Because-
Jackson
because-
debates as soon as he
because
leaves my
Lewis,
club?
the
He's a bad man.
narrative is a narrative, and script writers care about the narrative. Jackson scoring against Chelsea, who tried to force him to come back, but he refused, so he could score the winning goal for Bayern
Here's
Munich
the
against
script for
Chelsea.
you. Esteval
Right,
UCL
no.
debut masterclass. There's
It
there's
writes
how
itself.
about that? Baby Pele.
Baby pet. Okay, listen. You get your Estevals and your Palmers on the pitch, and maybe you'll be all right. But let's.
Oh
let's
yeah,
not-
damn straight. They better be on the pitch. So
That's
let's
what I'm
not get
saying,
twisted.
bro. Like, listen, I'm
It's
looking at you guys.
got to be Garnacho starting. Gittins, God bless you, but I better not see you till I play Lincoln. We're gonna go slow. course.
So
I can't lie to you,
so
Lewis,
what score
though.
what score you said is going to be?
Gittins was ass in that Bournemouth game. In that,
No, there was nothing to lie about. Worst on the pitch, man. God bless him. Like I know you're not ready yet. I didn't think it was that bad, but fine, fine, baby steps. Garnacho, though, for what it's worth, if he didn't fall asleep at the back post like a fucking idiot, I'd be saying he had a decent cameo. With like the 4-3 moments that he had.
Everybody
You
want to know why everyone said decent cameo as well? Is because he was so clear of Gittins as well. Like that's why people said.
Yeah,
No, because he had the ball like 3 times. There was one that basically turned into the Caicedo goal. He made a good chance for Palmer, and then it's just the only other action was him falling asleep at the back post. If you just left it there, I would have been like, all right, cool. For 10 minutes, that's not that bad. Nah, you had to already fuck up.
You're on mute.
He wasn't brought on for his defending. You can't really hold it against him.
Nah, fuck that. We're not doing that.
That is ridiculous.
Oh, we're not doing that.
He's not normal, I swear. He's so
Mark
good.
your man.
Vader, you're genuinely so
Vader,
talented.
he's a professional footballer. He should be able to at least mark a man. Nobody's asking you to put in a VVD tackle, but stay with your man. At least stay with him. Make it hard for him.
Vader, you're
He didn't
elite,
even
honestly.
try. He didn't even
He didn't even
move.
stand. He left the player run.
Yeah, he didn't know he was there till
Everyone
Carvalho.
at the front post. They moved. They tried.
Yeah, he didn't know Carvalho. He didn't know Carvalho was there till he was wheeling away celebrating. It's crazy. Sorry, go on, Vale.
Literally.
Maybe he's waiting for the offside flag. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe them ones.
No, maybe. But
Like I said, I think this season the only thing that Chelsea
Why do you like
might
this?
stop- Chelsea might
So that-
stop.
that's
If
why
you
it's
guys
like this.
don't,
Look
if Chelsea
at him.
don't concentrate,
How do you do
him.
a whole show with him only? How?
that's when you guys have a problem.
Because it's
your mic's a bit low, bro.
My mic.
Yeah.
What's going on with everything today? Let me see. Is
I
it
have
better?
no idea. Maybe restart your whole
Yeah,
computer.
What
That's
you
a really
saying?
nice looking mic too.
Is it better?
Let me grab these while Dio fixes up. Dio, try restarting your whole computer. Or
I have to
something,
start
and
with-
then,
Yeah, that's fine now.
Because I was like, we'll get 4 minutes away from Dio that way. He's like,
No, it's not. I don't want to get 4 minutes away from Dio, but he's lagging like crazy. He's 144p, bro.
Mic check. Mic check.
Yeah.
There you go. That's it.
Let me grab these before we move on. Talk about the Manchester derby. Vater, how many games did you win 1-0 in title races?
Many. What does that have to do with anything?
Because you were talking about
Is Andrew a Liverpool fan?
He must be the
think
way
he
he's
is.
defending this.
No,
No one,
I'm sure I've
No
seen them
one-
talk about Liverpool and chats before.
no
Okay.
one is criticizing a 1-0 win, but when it's against Burnley or a very poor team, you get criticism for that. It's not the 1-0 simply. It's the team that you were facing. You're also facing a team that were down to 10 men. What are we doing here, Liverpool? Stop this. Stop this. You're champions. Own it. Act like it.
Yeah, he's right. That's
Literally.
why I have Vader on the show for stuff like that.
Vater, poor and losing is different from poor and winning.
Who you telling? I won 4 in a row. I hear it.
We're talking about Liverpool winning 4 games in a row. Smart ass.
I was bringing it to relate to everything.
Yeah.
I
It's
get
a
it.
cyclical argument, it's called. Big up Vater. Hold my 12 out of 12, mate. He was ready to big him up. He was doing this.
No, big up anyways. You said big up, but listen.
He
Big
stopped
up.
mid-salute. He stopped mid-salute. He was like... He just
Because
did
he
this.
said big up, I was going to acknowledge it. But then when he said hold, that's disrespectful. No, listen, I said it. You got your 12 points. I ain't criticizing that.
Big up Fonzie,
not.
man. Dub for Fonzie right there. Big up the panel. 2 goals and an assist even when he has been playing shit all season. That's why he's the Egyptian king, is what Aki is saying. This is Salah at his ass level. As
he's gonna get
Salah
better.
has
He is
2
gonna
and
get
4. Like, it's crazy. 2 and 4 while being shit is mad. I'll be honest. with you.
People aren't used to it at this point. I don't get it. That whole 0-0 draw, I was just sitting there. I was like, when's he scoring? When's he scoring? 94th minute. There you are, fucking pen. Fuck off.
To be fair, like I said, if anyone wants to be angry at Hannibal. That's who you need to all be angry at.
Oh,
I don't know why he's doing UFC elbow move at the ball in the 94th minute. It's not on me, bro. He's a dumbass.
Oh, one
It's
of
not
his
my
teammates did UFC elbow to him in the dressing room after that.
fault. They probably did.
No.
Sam, did Kevin De Bruyne wait for Haaland to be the best? Yes, but certain players hit the ground running, certain players don't. Nunes hit the ground running. Anthony hit the ground running. McAllister didn't. Guess who is a better player, mate? You get me? So yeah, some players take time. I'm just being patient.
August 2017 Morata.
I'm
Yeah,
just
that is
being
okay.
patient. Where was this patience for other record signings? But we move.
Why should I be patient for another team's
I
player?
was going
Tell
to
me.
say. I was
Okay, so can you allow me to not be patient?
Why should I have patience for Turkey? He's your
I'm
player.
not
I
asking
don't
you
give
to
a
be
fuck.
patient. I'm saying I'll be patient.
Yeah, so can I speak on Verts? Can I speak on it?
Talk about it.
No, because we want to talk about the Manchester derby.
Well, it's not. Let's say I want to hear what he's gonna say about Vince.
Hey.
Flawless and Vater, how do you know? How do you not know I am a Liverpool fan? Yeah, Andrew has been in you guys' chats.
He has Andrew. Excuse me, because you know what? Man streams every day. Talk to a lot of fans. I forget certain things. My apologies, Andrew, because you are
Andrew. I remember. I remember. Andrew, I got a humble channel. I don't have the numbers like Flawless. He sees a lot of names, so I remember.
Told you you're the celebrity. See, you were laughing at me.
You know what? You know what? I ain't gonna say what I was gonna say. You know, this is just go check Sam's numbers and check mine, people. This is outrageous.
Yeah, listen, I never had a song. You get me? That's all I'm saying. I've never had a song. That's all I'm saying. You get me? I've never rapped ever before in my life. One time, but it was just me and my friends. Yeah. Deep down, rival fans were expecting us to lose or draw. Since it didn't happen, they moved to talking about individual performance. Whatever happens, they'll still find things to say. If the league is competitive, like you say, you want to know the thing? I'll say something, by the way, and I'll apply this to everyone now. Jokes aside, I think this season now, look, there's a reason why Man United finished 15th and Spurs finished 17th. Had Man United and Spurs played the same way 10 years ago, they would have finished 9th. Because I've seen a team with Milan Jovanovic finish like 8th, right? So I think the quality of the teams in the league now is 100 times better than it was before. Beating Bournemouth is now a task. Beating Brighton is now a task. Beating all these teams is a task. It ain't easy getting 3 points. You can't just be out here expecting 3 points against everyone, bro. Like, you have to work very hard for it. And it's a war. Like, there are a couple of easy games. Burnley is supposed to be one of them. You get me? So let's be honest here. Burnley is supposed to be the honest one. Is the easy one. Leeds is easy, blah, blah, blah. But there are certain teams, bro. Genuine example. When the season first started, do you guys remember how everyone mocked Liverpool for beating Bournemouth 4-2? Like, oh my God, ha, ha, ha. All of a sudden now, 4 games later, Bournemouth are on 9 points from 12.
Yeah.
Can I, Hosam?
Who's mocking that?
Hosam, you see, this super chats, African Cat, everybody expected you to beat Burnley. Nobody expected you to lose or draw to Burnley. Nobody. There is nobody on this planet that sat down at the weekend and said Liverpool will either draw to Burnley or lose to Burnley. Nobody ever said that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Everybody's prediction was a wipeout. Liverpool was going to go in there with the firepower that they had,
and rightfully so.
And rightfully so, which is why we're criticizing the performance now, because we expected more and did not get the more, and we're like, okay, you eventually got a goal, but from an individual mistake that was a penalty, and they were already 10 men at that point. So no, nobody expected you to. This is not a banter thing. This is just looking at the game and breaking it down the way it is. Exactly.
And can I add to that, Hussam, because you bringing up if Spurs or United had played like this a couple years back, it's different. When would you say the league kind of changed? Where would you say the competitiveness got more intense? If you were to kind of give it a rough number, 3 years, 4 years ago,
3
5
years ago, I would say there was
3 years ago.
As soon as like every promoted club start getting relegated, you can tell that everyone's better, basically.
Okay.
That includes one of your league titles as well, so I'm not being
No, it's good. I'm gonna use that for my because a lot of United fans are going after Pep in terms of legacy. I'm gonna use that for the Pep legacy.
No, Pep's legacy is an unbelievable legacy. Flawless, do you hold the same opinion about Mo Salah as Rance?
Di Matteo done him though.
Flawless, are you here? That's a no. I think
what is it? What's the sorry? My bad.
Same opinion about Salah that Rance does.
About what he say in particular? Rance says a lot about Mo Salah. So what are you talking about in particular?
You already know what he says about Salah.
What does he say in particular? But I don't want to misquote him. What does he say?
No snitch. Ask him exactly what you want him to say.
Gregory,
Yes or
like,
no.
ask me, like, because there'll be things that Rand say. It's not as just black and white, is that? Like, there's things he says about
You're a good
Salah.
friend,
Like,
Flawless.
of course, I'm
You're
like,
asking, do you believe this, that, or what?
Yeah, like, ask me,
About
like,
Salah.
Gregory, you don't even have to super chat it. Hassan, make sure you pull up his comment next. What do you specifically want to know? I don't want to
ask it, Gregory. Just run like normally, and I'll put it up.
And I'll answer the question for you.
I'm not a celebrity. You
Well,
can send
no
it up
snitch.
to chat, I'll pull it up. Don't worry.
Yeah, Gregory, make sure you do. No, I'm not listening.
Explain it, Gregory, and I'll start it for you. Anyway, let's move on. Talk about the Manchester derby, mate. You get me? Flawless. I'll start with you since you lost. You get me? Yeah. Because
you don't want to start with the victor. You don't want to start with the victor. You start with the winner.
Yeah, but isn't it boring to give like?
No, I think the victor goes the spoils. You know what I'm saying? I'm fair like that. I think Vader should talk first since his team won.
Go ahead, Vader. Fine.
Yeah, the floor is yours, Vader.
You're the celebrity. I give you respect. Go ahead, Vader.
I appreciate
Vader
that.
is a celebrity. That is true. Still.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is
Vader Games.
Listen. Listen.
Sorry,
That Derby win was needed, guys. The Derby win was needed. Hussam, I don't know if you're one of them. Carefree Lewis, I don't know if you're one of them. Flawless, Dio, those in the chat, I don't know if you guys are one of them. But everyone kept saying, you can get at City. Everybody kept saying, I see City dropping points. Everybody kept saying, City ain't the same.
Yeah, I was one of them. No.
Flawless. I respect the man. That's a man showing respect and saying, you know what? I own up to what I said. Some others that were saying City were going to get at, some others that were saying City were going to get drop points, they're quiet. They're acting like it wasn't said. They're acting like the evidence isn't there on the timeline. This game, it's a derby, and you throw everything out the window. I don't care what happened the game before. I don't care what happened 3 games before. It's a derby. You got to show up and you got to play. Hussam, listen, watch when he goes up against Everton a couple games. Well, I don't know what week they play. All his record transfer signings, guess what? When he goes into that derby, he's still going to have some concerns. He's still going to have some
away from home.
Away from home? Oh, home, it's a lock?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Everton at Anfield is different than Goodison.
Yeah. Everton's only win was in lockdown.
Yeah, bro.
Okay. That's fine. But there's still the concern of dropping points. Now, they were coming to my house, but I was still having rivals tell me City ain't the same. City needs to be worried. And you know what we weren't going to do? You know what's going to fall onto some other club? We're not going to be the club to give Amarin 2 wins in a row. That's not going to be me. That's not going to be my club. Y'all better not let that happen. But it was not going to be my club. Now, Dio, respect to you because you're part of this Arsenal crew, but you're not the main culprit. You know the one guy that always wants to bring Phil Foden. He's always doing the Chris Rock thing. He's got Foden in his mouth all the time.
Egal, just name his name.
Egal is the guy. Egal is the guy that always has.
He's a guy
just say it, bro. Why you afraid to call out Egal? Just say his name.
It's not about. Yeah. Can I do my build up, please? I don't.
I'm just saying, if you want to call out someone on the Don Hussam channel, you name names, mate.
Hey, listen, I don't got the chat up.
Names,
Don Hussam, I don't have the chat up.
Why is he doing? Oh, you know that Arsenal fan who calls out Foden. Everyone knows it's fucking Egal.
I didn't even know that still about Egal, but fans.
Yeah, see,
Flawless didn't know it. See,
this
is the problem. Hussam, you got great channel, great numbers, well deserved. But sometimes you got to have a little build up. Let me do my Hollywood. Let me give a little tease. Let the chat spam who they think it is, and then reveal the name. All right, don't step on what I'm doing out here. This isn't by accident. But listen, we had so many who wanted to talk about Phil Foden. We had so many who wanted to talk about Holland. We had so many that wanted to talk about my club period. It's a derby. All I asked for, because I'm not like you institutions or you quote unquote historic clubs that expect and demand winning. I just wanted my club to compete. That's all I asked for. Compete and show me that you're playing for this damn badge. And they did exactly that. Right from the jump, guys. Right from the jump. Holland had his shooting boots. Almost scored early. But Foden, that opener, assist from Doku, flawless right now. He's got to rub his eyes. He's stressed over there.
So Foden is back. Is he going to win Player of the Year?
No, don't interrupt me. No one said Foden is back. Stop it. I'm still doing what I'm doing about the derby. All right. Now we had Foden show up. with the opening goal, Doku with the assist. We had Holland showed up with that. He ended up getting a brace with a Doku assist. And not only that, I saw my team play for a full 90 minutes. And at the end of that game, for maybe the last 7, last 8, I saw Pep, who everybody wants to question. Pep doesn't change. Pep doesn't adapt. Pep is too stubborn. Maybe Pep is washed. Those fans that want to talk about Pep is washed, give it some time. I know you feel threatened. I know Sir Alex Ferguson and that legacy needs to be protected. So you need to go after Pep now, but you're doing it prematurely. You need to relax a little bit. My manager went out and closed out that game with a 5-4-1. 5 defenders, 4 midfielders, and just a player up top. He's like, let me close out this game. I'm seeing that adaptability. Dio want to ask me, is Foden back? It's one game, Dio. I don't do the Arsenal thing.
No,
I don't see one game performance and say, we are back. I don't see one game performance.
It's because of what you said. It's because of what you said, Vader. You were talking about your team. This is about you and United. I don't know why you brought my club into it. I don't know why you brought my boy Igal's name into it. As soon as you mentioned that, I was going to ask you. The guy who likes talking about Phil Foden is Igal. Igal is my boy. He's an Arsenal fan. I'm going to defend him. Yes, he talks about Foden because Foden was shit all season last season. Foden was crap. And so after Foden scores one goal,
why do you talk about Salah?
4 games, hold on. After Foden scores 1 goal in the first 4 games of this season, you're like, oh, that guy that talks about Foden. Is Foden going to win Player of the Year? Are you winning the league because you beat United and lost to Grimsby Town? Say it with your chest. Don't bring me to your conversation. Your man.
Oh, he has City winning. He has City winning the league.
Dial. See, this is the problem. This is the problem. Dial.
If you do that, I'm going to come for you.
Dial, you can't help yourself, right? You asked the wrong question of me after I told you. Don't ask future questions. You did this with Hussam. Don't ask about the future.
You started it. This is about
Derby.
United.
You don't listen. You hear me? You ain't listening.
We live rent-free in your head. The fact that you could not talk about how good your player Foden was without referring to an Arsenal fan or even the
Dial, it was 1 second I would move on. You're the one dragging it.
You're the one who brought it. You brought it up.
Your internet is dragging this too. I was going to make the point and just move on.
No, make a point. Make a point without using Arsenal. We live rent-free in your head for no reason. Anyway, I'm coming for you after this this Champions League game. I'm coming for you. You see that noise you're making because you
again. You want to talk about the Champions League? We are talking about the derby. Stay on task, Dio. Dio, stay on task. The subject matter is the derby, not Champions League, not the future. It is the derby that just happened yesterday. Let's stay on task, okay?
Yeah, but you brought up Igal.
I've heard you already. You made that point. Now let me stay on task now.
I wouldn't have said anything if you didn't bring it up.
You told me that. I heard you. Exactly. I know.
So stay on task. Why you stay on task then?
Yeah, I'm staying on task.
Does any of this have to do with fucking the Manchester derby, bro?
Thank you. I wanted to make a point and keep going, but Dio had to interrupt and say he's got to defend Igal and all this kind of stuff. Let me make a point because I wanted to make reference on how my players were talked about. And they could not talk about my players in this derby. That's the point I want to make, Dio. Is going to be a quick, let me just land the helicopter and move on. You made it a plane landing. Let me just make my point and move. We played in a derby and it was much needed. My manager said it in the press conference. We cannot lose this game. He said that. We cannot lose this game because everyone told me 2 losses on the bounce. Everyone told me we're washed. We're not that team anymore. So, hey, was it a Band-Aid fix? Was it covering up the cracks? Possibly. Because I ain't getting gassed. I'm happy for how my players perform, but I ain't getting gassed. Flawless knows this. His club is United. It's not United. It's not what they used to be. So I'm not going to get gassed on this performance and this result. You know what I mean? I gotta stay level.
That's good. That's good, Vail. Sorry, I just wanted to say that.
Lyricist, you know what I'm saying? So this is why I gotta stay. This is why I've got to stay calm. I got to stay level-headed. We got the result. It's going to be an emotional week. I got this derby. I'm seeing King Kevin. Like Dio wanted to talk about the future. I'm seeing King Kevin in this Champions League, playing on a Thursday, by the way. And then I've got to play in a short turnaround against Arsenal. I believe Arsenal play on a Tuesday. I play on a Thursday. Doesn't really seem fair.
We play on Wednesday.
You play on Wednesday? Okay, 1 game rest. We should both be playing on the same day, but it is what it is. I am so happy for what I saw from a board. And let me not forget.
No, Arsenal play Tuesday.
Arsenal play Tuesday. Thank you.
Arsenal play fucking tomorrow.
Beta, just to help you, they got the early kickoff too.
Early kickoff too. Thank you. Dio tried to gaslight me. and tell me he played on Wednesday.
They'll be back in London by midnight, mate.
Right?
Dio
tried to gaslight the GLE. What's going on here? Stop it. The whole thing that we need to understand, is everybody keeps telling me how my club's doing things wrong. Everyone's questioning my managers. Maybe it wasn't any of you on this panel, but I was told that Donnarumma is not a pet player. Donnarumma is not a pet player. You know when I heard that too? They told me that Erling Haaland wasn't a pet player. I don't care what a pet player is and what a pet player isn't. Pep's here for this year and next year. We make signings for the club. Whether you want to say he's a pet player or not. Donnarumma's debut, brilliant. I honestly, if that's the type of performance I can get from him, I'm not asking him to be Ederson with the feet. I'm not asking him to be the most complete footballer I've ever seen play keeper. Nah, that's Ederson. All I want Donnarumma to do, shot stop, distribute here and there. If the pressure's there, send it long. Let the big man try to go after it. This derby, you guys must have been entertained. You guys must have loved this. Be real with you. Don't let anyone tell you that this derby's fallen off. Don't let anyone tell you that football is not in the north, right? It's Manchester and it's Liverpool. That's where football's at. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this. I'm gonna leave the rest of this for Flawless to break down and talk about.
Well,
if Flawless wants to,
fair enough.
If Flawless wants to talk about Doku, he can. But that's another player that had a very good game. Doku had another.
You give us your thoughts on Doku. I'll give mine, but you give yours to end it. Go on, talk about it. I'm fair like that. Go on.
You are very fair. You are very fair. Now, Doku, guys. Man was cooking. Man's been cooking since international break. But he came. He brought that winning ways, those goals, those assists. He brought that type of energy, that confidence to the derby, and he's cooking right from the jump. Listen, I'm working on like my production. Dio knows all this about production. I'm working on a clip, and it's going to be part of my channel. I'm going to do this consistently. That Sol Campbell reference, right? If I hear another person talk about Doku being referred to Donnarumma or Saint Maximin, I'm gonna ask you the Sol Campbell question, because go and look at how many games those guys had. Is it a color thing? No, that's the Sol Campbell. Because why are you referencing Doku to those players when there's so many other wingers out there? Go look at the amount of games Donnarumma as well as Saint Maximin played in the Prem compared to Doku playing in the Prem, and the numbers. He's far beyond what that productivity. Now, I'll be the first to admit.
If I put Saint Maximin in his prime at City, he wouldn't have similar numbers to Doku.
Oh, now we're doing Saint.
He's asking. Okay. He just asked the question.
I'm just asking because you brought up Saint Maximin and you said it's racism, basically.
He's just asking.
No. I didn't say it's racism. I say it's the reason why you're comparing him only because of a color thing. Is that why you're comparing him?
It's a
little tongue in cheek. But listen, if Saint Maximin was over at City with Pep's guidance, obviously he's going to do better than what he did playing wherever he played and playing at Newcastle. I'm just saying, Doku, for the short amount of time and his output, should not be compared to those guys because they were very poor for their career in the Prem compared to what Doku is doing in this short 3 seasons in the Prem. That's all I'm saying. I think it's unfair to just lump it and say, oh, he's just another Saint Maximin, or say, oh, he's just another Adama Traore. That's all I'm saying. So if I hear it again, I'm going to bring the numbers. If you're following me on Twitter X, you'll see I'm going to have it. And listen, it's going to be locked and loaded.
What's your at so people can follow you?
Vader Games. It's real simple. Listen,
I will say that peak Traore is obviously a very good player. Like the best version of Traore is probably.
And we haven't seen the peak Doku.
And I just want to say, who knows if that's going to happen? He might have already peaked. I think they was in the league at the same. Who knows if he's going to peak? Because there's no evidence to suggest that. It's however, what I will say is,
it's a Dio future question. It's a Dio future question.
This guy is so unnecessary. What's wrong with you, man?
I don't know. He bothered me. The man bothered me.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know. His laggy internet was bothering me and triggering me.
I don't know the age, but I think they was in, because Saint Maximin now, surprisingly, I didn't even know, is only 28. So I think they was in the league at the same time, first and foremost, like around the same age. Sorry, it was the similar ages when he was in the league.
Don't bring this up, Sean, or better call you racist.
But just to say so in regards to it, the reason why they get compared and why I compared the two of them is because they are very similar profile-wise. You look at them play. That's what it is. And they both are good at the same things, and they're both very bad at the same things. So that's why they get compared. Because both of them, when it comes to one-on-one, can go past the man. Yeah. I said this to you yesterday. When it comes to Doku's probably, I've not even checked the stats, he's probably the highest when it comes to dribbles completed and going past the player. He's probably the highest. So if you're the highest at doing that, then you should be one of the most highest, like in terms of assists, and you're not. You know why? Because your final product's not good enough. All right, this is what it is, and this is where we disagree. Is in regards to the not yet. I don't think it happens.
Yeah, which is cool, Jay. He has to do it now. He has to do it now this season. He's been here long enough.
This is his third season, though.
Yeah,
this is his third season. But if we're going to be honest and we're going to look at the production of what Doku's doing, too many are saying he's going to be like those guys.
Yeah. Because all the evidence points to him being
his
like
numbers.
those guys.
His numbers are similar to the numbers they had when he went in the Premier League. St. Maximin was doing 2 goals and 5 assists. Doku's had 3 goals and 6 assists, or 3 goals and 2
he's in a better team. He's in a miles better team.
And he's been there for 3 seasons. Even in La Liga, he had 6 goals and 3 assists. Before in a League One, he had 6 goals.
I'm not talking about other.
I'm saying for the last 4 seasons, his numbers have been very similar, regardless of the league he's played in.
Yeah.
He's not able to do double digits. So
I hear you.
That's what maybe people are saying.
You know how I could get nasty with it, Dio? You know how I would get nasty with it? And listen, I'm gonna say, don't get triggered, please, because from a fan base, you know how Arsenal fans like to do the from this date to this date, like they like to play with the numbers. If I want to do the per 90, if I want to do something in terms of I want to do games played, Doku's very favorable in that way. So when I say he's got potential, you should. Too many don't want to hear that. Too many don't want to hear that I say he's not a complete player.
You know what? Vado, I agree with you on the fine details. Doku may have played lesser games than they've played. The point is, if you just look at the season, right? What Doku's output is,
the season's lazy though.
Yeah, exactly. What his output is every season is being compared to them because style-wise they're similar. They're dribble merchants. They know how to dribble. They know how to run past a man. But the end product for both of them, literally, was always almost all the time poor. Can Doku get better because he's young? Great. We don't know the future, but he probably could. But right now, if you look at those numbers, that's why he's being compared with them. And I'm not saying that Doku is on the same level with them, no, because he's young. We don't know what he's turning out to be tomorrow.
And let's not even do that. Doku's 23, by the way, just to clarify that. And when we start talking about players who are 22, 23 and plus, and we start talking potential, you know what that lets me know? They're not it right now. Because Foden is 25. When he was 23, there was no talk of Foden's potential.
I see late bloomers. Benzema.
We spoke about him
mentioned earlier?
No, Benzema was cold from the beginning, man. Please do Benz was him from the beginning.
This is a good conversation.
Benz was him. Like go and watch Benz when he was at Lyon when he was in France.
Lyon,
he was him from the beginning. Go watch him when he was at Real Madrid. Benz has been him.
And
we're not
how are you bringing Benzema to a Doku conversation? Honestly,
I get what he's trying to do, but the point is, he can be a late bloomer. But the thing is, you're at Manchester City. You lot ain't got time for that.
Yeah, but also
now, you ain't got no time for that.
Who
else in the City side is quote unquote a late bloomer?
Yeah, but hold on.
Who are you waiting on to get better? Who's been there now in their 3rd year? Before you go, Jay, I want to hear the answer to that. Who's going into their 3rd year and you're waiting for them to be him?
3 years is pretty unique, but it's the reason why it's also unique is because of how disastrous last season was. Because to a team, we were disastrous.
Yeah,
so when
he contributed to that.
Yeah,
he played.
He was part of it.
And that's part of the reason why, if you had someone who was him, maybe you do better. That's the point.
But I also had players that were him last season that weren't doing better.
So that's the point. But again, that you agree with what we're saying, Vader, because it means that every single player was not just him last season, and that includes Doku. Because if Doku was him, he could have made the difference. Is what we're saying. But he's not him. Hence why he's being compared to those guys.
But I think
he started 19 games last season and played 29 games, right? So it's not like the numbers that he played in were very, very small. That's a large number of games to play in.
Listen,
for you to give 3 and 4, like those.
My evidence is listen. I don't jump on here and bring up this topic if I'm not confident with what the numbers are going to be. I'm just saying a lot of people have been lazy to say he's Saint Maximin and he's Traore. I'm going to point out for how he's been playing, for how many games he's actually been playing, for his minutes played and his output. Y'all are
You're
disrespecting
missing that.
Doku.
No, we're
Hold on,
talking
like,
again. You're
hold on,
missing it.
one second.
Style-wise. Go on,
One
Jay.
second.
No, I get this. So the style's fine, but I've heard people say what
Yeah, he's super.
Saint,
All right,
Saint minimum. They
yeah,
they
all
they
right.
down.
That was mine. That was mine.
That was you bum.
Yeah,
so I should
cold
be going
Jay.
after Jay.
If you-
My
if you
bad,
don't-
Flawless.
if you-
I
if
should be
you
going
don't-
after Jay right
Jay,
now.
if you don't like Saint Minimum, well, just call him Super Saiyan Saint Maximum. There you go. That's even better. You just
Saint Minimum was
Yeah,
like-
Why
Saint
are we
Minimum.
having
I
an
didn't see it from anyone
existential
else either.
question?
That
Why
was
are we
an
having an existential conversation about fucking Jeremy?
You know
Doku?
why, Hassan? Because this is only going to happen in the next 2 to 3 months. So we gotta let Vega eat. They won. Doku had a very good game. It doesn't happen often. So therefore, he's gonna dine out on this. Because Haaland scored twice, and because Haaland scores on a regular, you're not hearing about this. This is what people do when bad players or players who are subpar or just not good enough have good games. People dine out on this. It happens all the time. Lewis will tell you about it in regards to Kai Havertz.
Basically, what's happening is we've got a piece of lamb on a plate with the lamb falling off the plate, off the bone, so tender. Man United, and this guy want to talk about the mashed potatoes.
Yes,
No one
it's
gives a fuck about Doku.
because we know Doku hasn't put together a
Tom
run
clearly
ever.
doesn't have a really good match.
Yeah, but
He
hold
hasn't-
on, just like hold on.
Can
guys.
Are we talking about Man United
No,
instead?
hold
please?
on. One second.
Let Jay answer.
Hold
Hold
up,
on.
hold up. Let me hear Jay. Let me hear Jay.
Yeah. Go, Jay.
I'm waiting to speak on this, and obviously the Saint Minimum thing is funny.
Saint
because,
Minimum's cold.
the
Jay's
thing,
good at this.
yeah, the thing about Doku is the problem is Pep doesn't trust him, right? Because he bought Mamouche, yeah. He didn't let Savinho go, right? He's playing Bernardo on the right wing. Hold on. What
forget
I'm saying
Cherky.
to you is he's been there for 3 years. Maybe this is who Doku is. Yeah, he is who he is, and I know we don't want to do future talk, so and you don't overly want to talk about the past, so we can only really talk about contribution. Yeah, and he contributed this week in the game against Spurs. He didn't start. He came on. He looked all right. So essentially speaking, I'm going to give him this season, and I think this is a big season for the player.
That's very fair of you.
I think at the end of this season, you could conclusively be in one camp or the other about the player. I'm gonna give him the season. He's shown moments. He's 23. It's like now or never. He's fortunate. He's had 3 years at City. Yeah, what? I'm saying in terms of your team, in terms of like if you look at players at City who've had squad places for 3 years plus. Yeah, the level.
This is his third year.
This is his third year. So in his 2 years, are you happy with his contribution?
I'm happy enough for his contribution to remain at City. Like
for this season.
Yeah, the third year wouldn't have been like, we're going to move you on. It's like, let's see you play. The same way, you guys may not remember this, but my Ballon d'Or player, he didn't hit the ground running. Rodri,
there were flawless. I want to talk about the actual derby and Man United and everything.
If Pep doesn't,
we're having an existential conversation about Jeremy Doku.
So you want me to ignore my
had a good game and that's it? No one gives a fuck about Doku.
That is not true. Hussam, don't be disrespectful. I'm entertaining questions from Dio, from Jay.
Hussam's looking at the numbers going down and saying no one gives a fuck about Doku. Truly, Vega.
But it's true, bro. It's true. Can we talk about Man United? Flawless. Talk to me about your club, bro. Who gives a fuck about Doku?
There's nothing to say about Man United. There's
a
nothing
lot to say. Flawless got a lot to say. Trust me. I know. I watched Flawless was saying.
Yeah, like
United did come into this game feeling confident.
Yes, they did. Speak on it.
There was some confidence coming in from United.
It was rival fans. It was rival fans. Stop it.
It was not rival fans. Don't do that.
It was a lot of.
Vader, you was one of them rival fans.
Let me tell you what I
saw.
Oh,
it's a derby. You don't know what can happen. Yes, you.
Let me tell you what I saw. Everybody knew that United was not going to win this game. Everybody, anybody who knows football this season, looking at United, looking at Amorim, looking at Pep, looking at City. At least I thought City would go away with a 1-0 win, even if it was going to be a derby, it was going to be tight, whatever it is. I didn't think it was going to be such a massacre. But here's the thing, though. It was rival fans before the game who started bringing up all the, United always beats City. United are going to do this. And I'm like, United is not doing anything this season until they get rid of Amorim. They're not doing anything. So all that talk, it was rival fans. I don't know any United fan that I know personally. One-on-one.
You need to expand your horizons because there are enough of them.
Yeah, you
Well,
always
I
seem
don't
to
know
find
those
them,
guys,
man.
so-
You always seem, because what it is, Veta always seems to be able to find, and they are in the content creator space. Ain't calling anyone out by
I
name.
keep my ears to the street.
There is many Manchester United fans to Veta, and I don't want to defend him
Don't
on
need
this.
to call anyone out, Staffy.
Who well, I can't call. You know what it is? I can't call them out because I don't know like exactly who it is because I just see it on socials and stuff like that, and I get people in my chat. So when it comes to just in the space, so when I say the space, I'm not talking solely content creators. I'm talking people in comment sections, people who call into fan calling shows, etc. I had arguments about this all summer long. Lewis knows this. I work with him twice a week. He seen me get absolutely slaughtered in comments for 3 months. This entire summer for saying man slaughtered, absolutely butchered for my comments on Manchester United.
Subscriber to Sarcasm City TV. This
You've
guy,
seen
I
it.
came into his Q&A one time. He was literally arguing, full argument with someone in the chat about Man United signings. Full on argument, like argument.
Yeah, we was debating. It became such a common thing in my chat that it's a segment of the show. When I was doing solo Q&As over the summer, people will join the chat like 20 minutes in and we go, oh, Flawless, have you sparred with the chat yet? Or they'd ask other people in the comment section. And it wasn't me arguing with Liverpool fans or Arsenal or City or Chelsea. It was Manchester United fans telling me, oh, why don't you think Manchester United are going to be good? Why don't you think Manchester United can finish top 4, top 5 charge, top 6? Why don't you give Amorim a chance? We learned nothing new in the Manchester derby. If you've been watching Manchester United, there was nothing new. There was no surprise. Another terrible performance, another bad lineup by the manager, another horrendous result. Nothing new in regards to that. And it's just the evidence, it just continues to build against this manager to sack him. But yet, for whatever reason, our ownership continue to stick their head in the sand and don't want to sack him because they don't want to admit they was wrong. They made the exact same mistake with Ten Hag. If you go look at the Ten Hag reign, they did the exact same thing with Amorim.
What do you think of this game?
You end up using all the ammunition the rival fans can use, and at the end you can't beat a flogged man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because the thing is, I'm honest. The thing is, Jay, I don't go.
I get where you're coming from, and
you're on mute.
Is he gonna mute for you? I thought it was just me. Go on, Jay.
No, you obviously got some good players in the squad, and obviously the play. What is it? Who
are the good players, Jay?
Mbuemo's a good player.
Was he good in the derby?
I was missing Tappins, bro. I was so shocked. I'm like, how the fuck is Mbuemo turned to shit too?
Was Mbuemo good in the derby? Was he good in the derby?
Right. He still looks. You can still tell
his volley was unbelievable, but he should have scored from 2 yards out.
But I'm saying when you see the player, it's like you can. And Mbuemo is still. You can still see his quality. Like you can still see he's a good player in spite of everything that's going on around him. So you know he's a good player. Do you know what I mean? Because he's still showcasing. Yeah. I guess my thing is that how long do you give the manager if you're you? Probably
the manager should have been gone a long time. The manager should have been gone a long time ago. When I had Veta all last season trying to gaslight me into backing this guy,
Jay,
and others, I've been hammering him out for a long time.
Don't bring up the manager. Come on.
No. We gonna bring
this. What other players? What other good players do United have?
This is the guy. We'll get to the game and the good players we have. But like I was saying, yeah, you ain't slick. This is the guy that Veta and many others were trying to back January, February, March, April.
I'm with you, Emran out.
No, you ain't with me. We on different.
Why are you bringing up boat stuff?
No. We on different boats. You know what I'm saying? Because Jay asked the question in regards to the manager, so I have to clarify for that. Because he said, "How long do you give the manager?" No, definitely because you're a big culprit of it. Because you have a voice in this space and people listen to you. Because United fans will hear me and say, "Oh, you're just negative and toxic." Here, you as a City fan say, "Nah, Amorim can turn it around." And the crazy part is, you did the exact same shit with Ten Hag. Go look at Veta talking about Ten Hag before he got sacked, and go look at Veta talking about Amorim before we get sacked.
At a certain point,
it's the exact same thing at a certain point. And I told you this, but you was like, "No, this content creator said this content creator said that." Look at the people in the chat. I'm honest about it. I don't want to be right. This is why I don't ask for apologies when it comes to this thing. I've not once told anybody, "Ha, I told you so." I've got so many apologies in the last 2 weeks. It's crazy. I was like, right, what's going on? So many apologies and so much silence. Not once I mentioned about sparring people in the chat. That don't happen no more. Since after Carnival, the Fulham game, since then I've not had one person in my chat. I'm live every day oppose me. Back again, we're on there twice a week. There's not been one super chat saying I'm too critical of the manager.
Okay, we can't.
I'm too critical of the ownership. I'm too critical of the players.
Where's your existential whatever you were trying to talk about stoppage with regards to Flawless?
He's talking about his club, not one individual player.
What stop it? I'm lost. Go on. What is that? Say again, Vader. What did I ask? Go on.
You know what the problem is? Vader does not understand what it means to criticize your club. That's why he's shocked at how you're criticizing your club. He's basically trying.
Oh no, Vader knows. Vader just doing it to like, because he likes to be a wind and post the opposite as well. Because the thing is, we've been working together long enough, and he's done it 2 managers in a row. We did the exact same shit with Ten Hag that he's not. But
Flawless, you do know why he's doing that, right? You know why he's doing that.
He
wants your club.
Yeah, I know.
It's not that he thinks the manager can turn it around.
I want Amarin out. What are you talking about?
He knows that Amarin cannot turn it around, and he wants Amarin to stay because that gives him.
I don't want Amarin to stay, Dio.
Why do you keep gaslighting United fans and saying he could turn it around? You just finally changed your mind now.
Nah, Dio, yeah, he eventually changed his mind.
I've seen your streams with Flawless. I've seen your streams. I come into the chat. I sit there. So don't come and play this game with me. I have seen you say many a times that Amorim, give him time. You guys are not letting him cook. Look, your new ownership. You want me to quote something that you said one time? I could pull it up. Your new ownership are backing him. You guys should let the man cook. You're being too critical. You said all these words. I watch these streams. So now that you want to turn around and change your mind, just own up and say, I'm changing my mind. I think Amorim cannot do it. But the times you were saying Amorim could do it was because you wanted United to fail. You knew back then that Amorim could not do it.
Of course.
You knew back then, looking at what his record was.
That's why he's smiling.
No, I'm smiling because Dio thinks he's doing something right now.
No, you knew back then that Amorim was a terrible manager, but you insisted on gaslighting United fans.
Also, why are you Amorim out? Actually, you should be Amorim in as a rival. Keep him in as long as
possible. I'm not fraudulent like that.
You know why? Because he wants competition. That's why, man. Vader wants competition.
No,
he doesn't. That's what it is.
Wallace, don't do that. Don't speak for me. Hold on.
Let me don't you want competition? Wait.
I do, but that's another conversation. With regards to the manager. This is why, and Dio, I let you speak. Don't interrupt me. All right. We are all entitled to getting information and changing our opinion. There was a moment in time when you were backing your manager, you fraud, but you changed your mind. So let me say, you know what? I think the club should give Amorim some time because he came into the job midway through the season and he's gotten you to a Europa final. Let's see what he does with his players and with the summer of training. Now, right after game week 1, I saw how they played after the summer and the preseason and said, nah, Amorim out. All right?
And that's on you, Vader, because if anybody there was nothing new in the Arsenal game that hadn't happened prior on multiple occasions.
No, I get that, but when you give a manager time in an off season, a preseason, and what he might do in training, because he didn't have that luxury last year. I love
this, and that's what everybody. And this is what people said. And here the thing is, in regards to the player side of things, Manchester United's issue, yes, we need better players. But our issue with Amorim is not players, because we have added good players. He's involved in a better team, even though it's not up to the standard required. And the reason we have is nothing to do. Well, it's not nothing to do. It's not mainly on the players. It's mostly him. If everybody is underperforming in a team, you look at the manager. That's our high level, that's our medium level, that's our low level. And that's where it lies. Like our defensive structure, for example, are our defenders the absolute best? No. But are they as bad as they're showing? No. Why don't we keep clean sheets?
They should look better. And Flawless, this is why I'm being fair, and this is why I had to say, Dial, finish your point, and then I'm gonna address you. Because with more information, and I gave the manager, the benefit of the doubt. He came in mid-season, right? And I said, let him have a summer, let him have his players, let him be able to train them up. After week 1, no excuse. You should have these players ready to play exactly how you want them to be versus Arsenal if you're trying to be serious. And after week 1, I said, nah, Amorim out. Dio, you were once Arteta in. You're now Arteta out. So we can all change our minds, right?
I've always been an Arteta in or out, depending on how we play. And again, what did I say last season? Hussam, what was my quote last season at the beginning of last season? I said, even if Arteta wins me a cup double, what did I say I'll do? Hussam, last season, I said, even if Arteta won me a cup double, I said I'll change my manager. I literally said that at the beginning of the season. I said I don't care what he wins. It's not about Arteta in or out. I always want the best for my club. What Flawless is saying is everything that Amorim did as soon as he came in, it was clear Amorim was not going to be successful. and he saw that, and he was giving you information and saying, this guy cannot take my club to the next level. You were saying, give him a chance. The guy says, no, I'm giving you info. You didn't change your mind then. You waited until this season to say, oh, now I changed my mind. But you knew based off all the information Flawless gave you last season about Amorim that Amorim was not good enough. But you insisted on gaslighting the fans to say, oh, just give him a chance.
And you know what, though? I don't even blame him for that. I blame the fans for getting gaslit by him because fans fell for it.
Because again, you can't say that.
He's a wordsmith. He's a lyricist. So he can fool you.
Let me also say this in my defense, please. In my defense, Dio, I believe Arteta last season, that was his 6th season. Is that correct? By Arteta's 6th season, you're like manager out unless you give me a double. Now,
no, I said even if you give me a double, I still want you out. You don't get what I'm saying.
Yes.
My point is different. Listen,
my bad. Regardless, if you give me a double, I want you out. You had that decision made in year 6. Where were you year 5?
I had that decision made every single year. I always said,
his first year on the job. His first year on the job.
Again, yes,
you were Arteta out his first year on the job.
No. Again, understand how I operate. I said, if I run the club, if I have a manager that wins me something, and there's a better manager out there, I don't care about you as a man. I'm not sentimental. I'm not sentimental about players.
I'm not asking you all that.
Listen.
Were you Arteta in year 1?
I will get him out and get somebody else in.
Were you Arteta in year 1?
Of course, I backed him year 1. We just had
did you back him year 2?
Year 2, I did not back him. There's no video anywhere.
You were Arteta out year 2.
Year 2, I want a better manager. Whoever is out there, I've always wanted a better manager. Hossam, last year, did I not say Zidane was available?
I'm going to be scouring the internet and I'm going to pull up this fraud for not because I know he was Arteta in during their title charge. I know
I've never been a manager in my life. For even Wenger, every year I always said if there's a better manager out there that is open for me, the way I would run my club is I would look for the best of the best. If he's available and I can coach him,
you hear this logic. If there's always a better manager out there.
Excuse me, we saw somebody do it when he owned Chelsea. Abramovich did it. Abramovich was the guy who I liked the formula of how he operated. He got whoever the next best manager was and brought them in to do the business. And there's nothing wrong with that. I wanted that for Arsenal. That's what
that spits on Wenger. That spits on Wenger's legacy. If you want the next manager.
Listen.
You're spitting on your own manager's legacy. If you are always looking.
As a fan of the club and not the manager, I don't care. Of the club, Arsenal, yes, not the manager.
Cool.
I don't care.
Cool.
As long as there's a better manager out there, I will get rid of you. Your legacy will stay. I will hail your legacy. I want
the point is Flawless was right about Amorim and they should have sacked him.
But in regards to the game, because obviously, like I said, Amorim is always going to be the bigger talking point for me, whether we win a game, lose a game, or draw a game. Because the way that, and I don't hear the whole, even they say, oh, he came through halfway through the season. People only bring that up because he did badly. Because if he would have done well, there would be no talk about him joining the club halfway through the season. And I was told before the season started, no more excuses. All I'm hearing 4 games in from some is less now is hella excuses. Or it's only 4 games in. And I go and I say that if we would have won the 4 games we would have played, you wouldn't be talking about it's only 4 games. But because we've only won 1 in 4, because the performances have been below par, because the performances have been poor, because we've been beat by City the way we've been City, now it's only 4 games. Look, we lost to Arsenal. Look at how the fan base spoke about the game. Imagine we would have won it. People, imagine we would have beat Fulham. And alongside Burnley and beat City yesterday, how fans would be talking if Manchester United was sat top of the table 4-4. You would not hear the end of it. It'd be like, it'd be already a Flawless. You was wrong. Look, the owners backed him. They got his own players. Preseason hype nonsense. Because our issues were nothing to do with preseason and nothing to do with training. That was not going to fix it. But because I don't watch training and that's not available, I didn't watch preseason, I couldn't comment on those things. Look at this that man's bringing up before I even see it. Is this the World War II thing?
Ain't no way Roy Hodgson won more games.
Of course he did. Man's the worst. Man's got the worst win percentage across all competitions since people want to use the Europa League, even though we lost that as well. He has the worst. Of course, it's a real stat. Yes, it's a real stat. He's the worst performing Manchester United permanent manager since World War II. He's won 36% of his games across all competitions. So don't anyone tell me about this manager. And that also goes onto the board. However, should the players be doing better? Yes. Even though they're not being given the best possible platform to succeed, they should still be doing better. And I've been holding players accountable. And what's crazy is that all of the quote unquote, not all of them, but a lot of the players who were problems have now gone, and we still have issues with certain others. Look at the goals we conceded. Look at the goals that Luke Shaw playing. That is on the manager in regards to the lineup, but Doku's gone past him. Yes,
Maguire in a high line is crazy.
It's too, before we get to that, it's too easy. Big up every time, Vader. It's way, way, way too easy. The way Luke Shaw goes past Luke Shaw. There's no way Luke Shaw should be playing. He should be sold. That is a problem right there. Even the substitute, and he's like the ownership. Amarim will make a mistake and then make a mistake to try and rectify the last mistake he made. Because for whatever reason, he's bringing off centre-backs. He took off Yara. Why, I don't know. But Shaw's already been at fault for 2 of the goals. So therefore, why not take off Shaw? And then because he puts on Maguire, not only is Maguire at fault for the 3rd goal, Shaw's also at fault for the 3rd goal because the pass is shot to him. Yes, Maguire should lift it. He should lift the clearance or lift the pass, but neither of them two should be out there. That falls on the manager, but you have to both be doing better in those instances. Big up there every single time you gotta go, yeah? Oh.
No, I'm actually good, but I also want to say, for all of you, and you guys are football men, I know you watched the game. That score was actually flattering. It should have been more than 3-0.
It should have been more, 100%. It should have been more, without question. But there's probably United fans probably in the chat now talking about it was only 3-0, it wasn't 5 or 6, and we had some couple chances. We was high on the XG because that's what I was hearing. Before this weekend, we was top of the XG chart.
Oh, the geeks went out with the XG talk.
Yeah, it was the XG talk. I heard XG. Bear in mind, we had 2 penalties, and I think penalties is like 1.4, 1.5 in regards to your XG. But anyways, I watched the game with my eyes. So, but all that being said, on to Bruno Fernandes, the savior, the leader. Where would we be without him?
Oh my God,
etc. Go look at the first goal again, people. Go because the broadcast I was watching it on did an analysis of it. Bruno has no idea Foden's there till Foden's wheeling away celebrating. He does not check his shoulder once. You see how Garnacho, people want to talk about what's leading. Yeah, go on.
No, but hold on. By the same token, there's a free centre back in the box. I went back because I heard this criticism and I went back and watched the goal, and there's a centre back marking space.
Which one?
If you've got a player that's gone into the box, as a midfielder, and you've got defenders who are marking nothing but space in the box, why is the centre back not dealing with it?
That's where they're supposed to be. When in football, the centre back. In that scenario, the centre backs drop into the Bruno fan. They drop into the 6-yard box. That's what you're supposed to do as a defender.
I'm saying in the 6-yard box, and you have defenders who are not marking a man
because that's where they're supposed to be.
No, so my thing is that the player is in between.
Let me put it.
If anything, Foden's found a little bit of space. You can be like hypercritical. If you're being critical of the fact that your playmaker is not on the 6-yard box.
He wasn't in the 6-yard box. He wasn't
in
the 6-yard box.
Foden wasn't in the 6-yard box. Where do you think Foden was?
He wasn't in the 6-yard box. I'm
just
literally having a look now. No, he wasn't. 1 second. He wasn't in the 6-yard box. There's a whole difference.
He's in between the 18 and the 6-yard.
He wasn't in the 6-yard box. I'm just checking now. Look, I'm looking at it right here. He is just in front. He's literally just in front of the penalty spot.
That's right there. He wasn't.
He's just in front of the penalty spot. He wasn't in the 6-yard box. I've frozen it. I've frozen it. The lit because Shaw's been beaten. The lit's gone over there as well.
Jay, this doesn't help when you say you went and watched the back. This isn't helping.
In the middle, marking nothing.
No, Jay said he went and watched the back. This isn't helping that you don't.
Yeah, I know because I watched it.
I'm telling you, the players went into the box. There is defenders there already.
Yeah, but they went where they're supposed to be. I've just blown it up.
I've just blown it up. Doesn't go all the way into a flat line with the defenders.
I don't need you to go into a flat line. I don't need you to go into a flat line, Jay. I don't need you to go into a flat line because he runs past Bruno. Track your runner. Don't worry about the account. Track your runner. If Bruno stop defending him, Jay. Track your runner.
I don't think you need to track your runner.
You know what? I go one further. Even if it's Sesko in that situation, who's a striker, I'm being this critical of him. If you find yourself in that situation, track your runner. Me and you played football together in the same team. You've watched me
track your runner. I would have blamed you.
You've watched me concede.
I would have blamed you.
You know why? Because me and you were cool. No, me and you were cool. But
Yeah,
the
yeah,
manager
but I
was
would've
right
played
and the
you, David.
teammates
I
was
would've
right.
thought that was your fault.
You didn't. You didn't because me and you were cool and you also like Bruno. But the manager and the teammates who criticized me for it was spot on. If you find yourself in that situation, you are playing in a pivot, playmaker or not. Track your runner. Foden runs past him. He has no idea Foden's there. The ball's on the right-hand side. Shaw's been... Doku's gone past Shaw. So let me land. No, let me land. So the Litz, the central centre-back, has gone over to that side.
I like this
Euro
breakdown.
is also tucked in as well. Those two, I have no issue with whatsoever.
Look at where this guy is standing.
No issue.
Literally, Foden. Doku is kicking the ball back. Foden is running through.
And let me get to that. And let me get to that as well.
Who kicked the ball back, Dio? Who kicked the ball back?
I'm saying Doku's cutting the ball back in.
You gotta go.
Doku,
You gotta go, man.
Foden is running in. And look at Bruno. Bruno's just standing there. I just don't want to play the video. Bruno is literally just standing.
Yes, and also on top of that, he has ample time to do it. He has ample time because here the thing is, Doku goes past Shaw. Wait, let me land, Dio. Doku goes past Shaw, drives into the box, goes to put a cross in. Agate gets a cross. The cross gets blocked. It drops back to Doku.
That's a bad block as well.
Agate should have done better. It's not solely on Bruno. I'm not saying I blame him. I blame Shaw and Bruno. They're the two main culprits. Agate is going to cross. The point is, I'm making the amount of things that have happened. The cross has been blocked. Doku gets it back, picks up his head. Not once does Bruno check his shoulder. You are playing central midfield in the Premier League at the Etihad. He has no idea he's there. You know what? You know why I'm so critical? Because people talking about him being a leader and him being accountable. I'm here holding him accountable. Lead.
Yeah.
Mark, you know what you do? For argument's sake, let's say you're right, Jay, and you think one of the centre backs should step up even though they shouldn't.
Yeah.
Deal with it. Bruno should deal with it and shout at the lit. Shout at the But you know what he did? Per usual, nothing. We can see the goal and blames everybody else. And you know what's crazy? Do you blame him for the Smith Rowe one? Because he did the exact same thing against Fulham.
With the Smith Rowe one,
So it's kind of like it's a common theme. Come on, man. So see what I'm talking about? This guy.
You're being hypercritical of a player.
Oh no, I'm saying track your runner. No. I'm not being hypercritical. Track your runner. That is basic football. No.
He is the captain, Jay. He is the captain.
Forget being the captain. That is basic football at any level. If you are playing as a 6, or you are playing as an 8, or you're playing in a double pivot in the Premier League, track your runners into the box is not being hypercritical. That is basic. That is basic. Let's not do that, man.
But the problem you've got here, Flawless, is that you keep what you keep missing is that you keep seeing number 10s and attacking midfielders being up against Bruno. That doesn't make sense.
I agree with you.
You know what I mean?
Hence why when the manager got, he shouldn't be playing there.
What I'm saying is that with a 2-man midfield, you're constantly overrun. There's no game that you're playing that you're only up against 2 players. Every time you play, you're up against 3 players. And I don't think it's a coincidence that you keep saying Smith Rowe, Foden, both attacking midfielders. You're critiquing Bruno for the attacking midfielders running off him when he's playing 3 versus 2.
No, it's not a 3 versus 2 thing. No.
It is a 3 versus 2
no, it was. That wasn't the instances in those weren't 3 versus 2.
No, but I'm saying I'm saying that's my point.
Jay, track your runner.
It's 3 versus 2. You're always over.
Nonsense. How come it don't happen for Palace then? Palace play 3 versus 2. Wait. How come this don't happen for Palace then? Because Palace play 2. They play the exact same system we do.
Well, I'd say Palace because they sit more in a block. I'd say they've got.
So it's a managerial thing. So that's why I criticize the manager. The point is I'm making, we're not bypassing this formation, system, manager being terrible, grass being too long.
You want Bruno to play like Jefferson Lerma?
No, I don't want Bruno. I don't want Bruno playing regardless. But that's not the point I'm making. I want Bruno to track his runner. And you're talking about is being hypercritical. Track your runner. What are we talking about? I literally just said, even if Sesko was there, I'll use Sesko, I'll use Mano over attacking players. If that's Embremo there, if that's Cunha there, I don't care.
I respect it.
I don't care what player it is, Jay. I am saying track your runner. That's not too much to ask.
I understand the criticism. I think it's more interesting to see how that play built up. You want to say, obviously, that's on Bruno.
Can I bring it back? Can I bring it back real quick?
If your tactics leave Bruno If your tactics
tactics
leave
are
Bruno
terrible.
is constantly,
I
want to ask Wallace the question.
why
I
is
want to ask
Bruno
Wallace.
the DM here in this situation?
No,
Why is it that Bruno?
They're
Because the
messed up,
manager's an
Jay.
idiot.
Jay,
Because the
manager's
Jay,
not
to
good
answer your
enough.
question, because the manager is absolutely dreadful.
Hammer it
However,
out.
but however, I've just spoke about how dreadful the manager is. I've been hammering him out for like 9 months. Like, what are we talking about here? Somebody's been, you know what I'm saying, done the business, got pregnant, and had a kid in the amount of time that I've been hammering him out for. You ain't got to tell me about Amarim's terrible tactics. I'm fully aware of that. But we're talking about players. You not tracking runners is nothing to do with the manager.
I agree. Let me Vader, because I want to read these supers and end, because we're 2 hours and 10 minutes anyway, and you got to go. You're on his fucking channel. How about you remember the question? Ask him tomorrow.
I want the chat to hear this question.
Ask me.
No. Ask it on the Sarcasm TV. I agree with Flawless. Tactics got nothing to do with Bruno tracking his runner, to be honest with you. He has to track him. It's as simple as that. Big up to all of you guys locked in. Let's get to 400 likes, chat. Please hit the like button, subscribe. That Mo is shit overall and always scams GA. Mind you, he says that for a year.
No, I don't think Mo is shit. Does he scam GNA some of the times when he's not playing well? Yes. But you don't get that many goals, that many assists over a number of years, whether Liverpool have finished first or fourth, and not have something about you. Is he the most technically gifted? No, he's not.
He's great at stat padding.
But when it comes to scoring goals and getting assists, yeah, so no, I wouldn't say he's shit. No, Salah's quality. Salah's a Salah's a quality player. Like despite like that's my opinion on it. Yes.
Igal and Vater are my representation. I'm getting a VPN so I can stop being Canadian.
He's a great representation.
That's my favorite super chat of the whole like match week. Bro.
Bonzi, you got an enemy for life. I hope a bug lands in your food and you eat it.
Ha 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 ha. Isak playing Wednesday. Is Aktike left wing or bench? If Isak's gonna get 45 minutes, if he starts the game or he gets the second 45 minutes, I don't care. I'm just trying to see Alex in a Liverpool shot. I'll be honest with you. This used to be flawless 20 years ago. Buy the best players in the league. Now this is my life. I ain't used to it.
Jay had the best bar today. Jay had the best bar about having to get a 125 striker to unlock your 116 attacking midfielder. That was a bar.
So we've won 4 Champions Leagues to unlock the 16 million extra. Anyway,
you won what?
Doku is good if you don't give him time to think. You know who they used to say this about?
Oh my gosh.
They used to say this about Darwin Núñez.
I find that so insulting. Clearly, Doku is thinking. He looks up and delivers that pass to Foden. And obviously what he did to actually get Holland into goal is clearly intelligent and not just instinctful. Stop it.
Ranić called out Man United from top to bottom. He was ridiculed by players, fans, officials of United. Was he right? He got driven out by people still there.
I like Rangnick, and I liked Rangnick when he was here. What he said was spot on, but to anyone who was, I think it's just because he did it on a public scale and it was in front of the world type of thing.
You didn't like the dirty laundry being aired.
No, let me land. I didn't mind it. I'm just saying it was nothing new. There was nothing. So what Rangnick said.
I don't like when you say that.
To me. What do you mean it was nothing new to me?
Because you're okay, no disrespect, but you're a nerd and you're a super fan. You're a nerd, you're a geek, you know your club. So when a Rangnick or when a CR7 on a public stage tells it, more of the world are able to hear it. I think it was valuable for what he said.
No, it can be. That's why I said I like Rangnick when he was here. I'm just saying, to me personally, it was nothing new. And if you're a fan of Manchester United and was surprised by anything he said, do your own research. Don't be lazy.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. Because there's people who are much more super nerds than me, who can dissect Manchester United and are much more knowledgeable of me when it comes to the hierarchy and the managers and stuff like that. You learn new things every day. I've been paying attention. Like, it's even when rivals talk and others like that. I'm not the smartest person in the room or on the panel. So I want to learn. So I'm like, all right, so with Rangnick, he was spot on with what he said.
Oh, you're not the dumbest. You're not the dumbest on the panel, Flawless. You're not.
This guy.
You are.
Wow.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say anyone else is dumb. What are you calling Lewis and Dio dumb?
Wow, disrespectful. This is the thing.
Why are you cutting out the others on the panel, bro?
I know what Vader is trying to say. Just ignore
you have to be humble.
He said
you have to be humble.
He said Flawless. You're not
you need to understand when you tell Flawless that way, and we know how arrogant you are, so you're not referring to yourself. So who are you calling dumb, mister?
It's either me or Jay.
Yeah.
So it's
Wait,
all right.
no, it could be all of us. I'm just giving. My man said he's not the smartest. I'm trying to big him up and said he's not
Dubs
the
on the
dumbest.
chat for my
Let
guy
that go.
Tyler Jones and African Cat as well for the two big supers today. He says, is Doku better than Saint Maximin? For me, no. I think Saint Maximin
Not
is
yet.
better.
Not yet.
I don't think so right now.
Yeah, Saint Maximin is better. I've seen Saint Maximin single-handedly win games for Newcastle, bro. I didn't even lie to you. He was playing for an ass Newcastle side too. Vater said he had something for me. ... Crickets.
We will be here again, Tyler Jones.
You know, Vater, what's happening next week, right? You know, you play Arsenal at the Emirates.
Yeah, I know that.
I'm gonna need you to do something for me.
Dio told me about the future. I was already when I was trying to talk about the derby. He was
I'm gonna need you to do something for me because you don't worry me. He does. So I'm trying to you get me do your thing.
I don't worry you.
Not as much as they do.
Okay.
I'm more worried by a terrorist than a progressive manager. Anyway, big up to you, Tyler. Thank you so much for the super.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm more worried. Yeah, terrorism worries me more than progressive managers. Just saying. You get me?
Wow.
Anyway, like the video, guys, on your way out. Subscribe to the channel if you're yet to do so. Jay doesn't have a channel yet, so go follow him on Twitter. Carefree Lewis G is in the description. Sarcasm City TV is in the description.
World champs.
Wow. So I can't even
Chelsea.
promote Vader. Can't even promote Vader. Vader Games
Big up
TV.
there, man.
Vader Games TV is in the description, and Banter on the Pitch, that's Dyer's channel, is in the description. No way, you had a whole week. Tyler, you know, I feel like hell will freeze before we get Vader honest for one episode. Do you understand what means hell will freeze? There will be snowfall in hell itself before this guy is honest for one stream. It's physically impossible for this guy to be honest. I watch Flawless on the Tuesday when he does the show with Vader, and I've never felt bad for a fellow content creator as much as I feel bad for Flawless doing that stream. It's so like I just imagine sometimes what would happen to me if I did a stream one-on-one with Vader. Just me and Vader, no one else. Would I keep my sanity? No, I would not keep my sanity. I'll be honest with you. So
you're not. Listen,
just let it go. Just let it go.
No, I'm not gonna let it go because Tyler Jones is doing a super chat saying I had a week. Listen, Tyler, you're not going anywhere, and neither am I. This derby was just one check, right? There's other games to come down the list. So we've got a season, right? 34 more weeks. We'll see who talks and how we talk throughout the season. But yeah,
what was your question for me? Quick. I know Sam wants to go.
Can we ask it tomorrow, please?
Oh, I'll ask it on the show.
Leave it for Sarcasm City TV content. See, I'm giving you content for Sarcasm City TV. Let's go. Bro, tomorrow Arsenal play Bilbao. 90% they're gonna win fucking 5-0 or some shit. Is pointless. You get me? So just leave it for your show. I know you got the show Tuesday night, right?
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's rock and roll. Big up to all of you guys. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. We're gonna take you over to Kopish. Go tell them Hussam raid in their chat, and see you guys later. Peace out.
Cheers.